What's up?
What's up, everybody? Running a little late tonight, but we here.
It's my fault. I got a business call right as we were getting ready to go live.
Let's see.
All this guy's fault.
Blame Bob. Nah,
We're playing the Game of Drones.
Hey, it's a weekend show anyway. You know we don't have no other life.
Yeah, this is facts. Facts. So today was like a 100% beekeeping day for me today without going in a single hive. So I went out and started trying to repair these jacked up boxes I've got. Started trying to paint, and what I will tell you, if you use EcoWood, once you use EcoWood, it is very hard to paint because I don't know if it's something that just dries the wood out, but when you go to paint, even regular paint out of a can, not spray paint out of a can, it just sucks it into the wood. I mean, it's crazy.
Would you be able to go over it with like a kilts or anything, like a primer stain block?
Well, the paint that I'm using actually has its paint primer mix.
Oh, okay.
So, and it's exterior grade, so it's supposed to stick right on. So I'm all right. They got the Apis. So yeah, it's just been a crazy day. I bottled honey, did that, bunch of stuff, and on top of that, the news about the Hive Life conference. If you don't know about that, maybe we'll show that video again. It's only 3 minutes long, and give y'all the what's going on, and once we get a few more people in here, because it's pretty exciting. It's more of a trial thing, but it's special for the Hive Life conference. So I know Sharon saw it, and I know Grayson saw it, and I know Lee saw it, but I guess now 74 people have seen it. But it's pretty cool.
Trying to make sure everything's lined up so when you are ready.
Well, how are you doing today, Lee? Even though we've been on the phone and in the back room, and then I got called. But
I'm going to show you something I don't like to show very often. And keep in mind, I've already removed probably half or 3/4 of the boxes.
Hey, but it's progress, sir. Progress. One step at a time.
I've been getting a bunch of deliveries and stuff just been piling up behind me. I've done got tired of it. I said I had to do something. So I've been consolidating, putting multiple things in a single box and getting rid of other boxes and relocating it to storage.
So I'm telling you, one day we're going to come on a live and you guys aren't going to see all this behind me because I've got a room that's empty, one room over. Well, it's that way. And it's empty. The only thing it has in it is cases of Apis Biologics right now. And then it's going to go to my computer room and I guess office, for lack of a better term, shipping area, lasering area, manufacturing area, whatever you want to call it.
All the above, huh?
All of the above. It's going to be the room. But what it's going to let me do is it's going to let me get some of the stuff out of here and let me start doing a little bit more work in this room, like some painting and stuff that I need to be doing. But so we got 12 on right now. Let me see if I can queue up this thing here.
What you looking for? The video you done?
No, not the video I done. The video that Mr. Reynolds did.
Oh, well, that's what I was talking about. I got the one you had earlier on here.
Oh, did you find the link for that? Or I gave you the link?
No, it was just a live that you did earlier with when you showed his video.
Oh, no, I don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see me, man. What are you talking about? Let me close this one. I'm
Well,
gonna
definitely 13 people want to see you. They here.
13 people, no life beekeepers. So crap, I'm gonna have to let me mute this down for a second. And I got to get through the little commercial part. There we go. Skip ads. There we go. Now I can do this. All right. So I'm going to show this and then we can talk about it. Let me see. Let me present, share screen, share this other screen,
Share
edit
audio.
the screen.
Don't forget audio.
Damn it. I probably did. Hold on. Stop screen, present screen, share screen. You got to click the little box, Bob. Click the box. Then add to stream, unmute it, hit big so you can see, and
Hit
now.
that, you can hit that hide button at the bottom too.
Huh?
That hide button at the bottom, you can hit that.
Now, there, less distraction. Man, I'm glad I got you here.
Cayman Reynolds, and I've got something crazy going on, crazier than usual. At the Hive Life Conference, we're going to try to get a semi-load or close to it of global patties. They're, in my opinion, the best patty out there. I tried them out this year with a couple other types. They're consumed the fastest. The bees like them more. It's pretty obvious, and these are going to be even better than what I tried out in the spring and in the summer because they're going to have what we like to call Canadian rocket fuel. Apis Biologics makes this product, and it really stands alone as the best product out there for honeybees as far as nutrition goes. Wait
a minute. What did he just say? It really stands alone.
I think he said it was the best.
Did he say it was the best? This is from Cayman now. This ain't from Bob.
This product, and it really stands alone as the best product out there for honey.
It really stands alone as the best product out there.
Honeybees as far as nutrition goes. They have studied and mimicked pollen and mimicked nectar. And the stuff that they have in here with the ratios is just truly a cut above the average supplement, which a lot of times leaves us scratching our heads going, is this really doing anything? This stuff targets the hypopharyngeal gland, which is what creates royal jelly, worker jelly, and all of the things that our bees need to be able to produce pheromones properly, jelly properly, all of these things that are so critical and happen in such a short period of time in the bee short lifespan. So these are going to be the most cool patties that you can get at the best price that you can get as well. We're going to be able to get these for like $1.40 a piece without pollen. If you get the 4% pollen content, it's going to be a little bit more. It's going to be about $1.62. And then if there's 15% pollen content, and all these have this in there as well, then it's going to be around $2 a pound. However, that's counting if we have to pay shipping. So if we can get a semi-load or close to it and get the shipping waived, we'll be able to drop that price even more. So if you go online right now and look at how much it's going to cost you to get 10 pounds, 20 pounds of pollen patties, it's going to be a pretty good amount, and they're not going to be as good as these, absolutely. So I'm going to leave a link down below where you can look at it and see if you want to order 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 100 pounds. There are some companies that are actually going to be stocking this. One of them is buying 3 pallets of this already. So we do have some help from the companies who are going to take this and sell it at their stores. And they're going to be able to have great margins because they can't get a pallet or 2 for this price either. We have forklift access to the conference. So if you're wanting a lot of it and need help loading it up, we've got the crew members to help you. We got the equipment to help you. But hey, if you're a hobby beekeeper and you just want 10 pounds, then we still have you covered. You still get the same price and get to save money and give your bees the best nutrition you can. So check it out below, comment below if you have any questions. And this is all very tentative still. We're going to see what we can do. I'll keep you posted. If we can get enough people to make this order work, then we're all going to benefit from it. If not, we're not taking any money right now. So we're just going to contact you all afterwards. So leave your email and stuff below. And if it works out, we'll send you an email and say, hey, this is how much we're going to have for you. Pick it at the conference at this time, and you'll save money. Your bees will be healthier. And we'll get to support a company, actually multiple companies, that really care about honeybees and have to do it right because this is all they do. They can't support themselves on 200 products because all they do is 1 or 2 things. And they have to do it at a very high level. So thanks for watching this video. We'll see you at the Hive Life Conference, and join us in buying some crazy pollen patties with some Canadian rocket fuel.
All right, so Let me stop that share. So what I know about this product is that it's only at Hive Life. It's not really an Apis new product, because it's testing the market, right? They're testing to see if if people want it, right? If people want it, then it could go to production, but that's all going to be based on what happens at Hive Life.
Well, as far as the global patties did earlier this year with another additive they had in it, they were selling them pretty hot and heavy. I don't see why it wouldn't go the same, if not better, with Apis in it.
Well, the thing of, he said if you buy it without pollen in it. So if you don't know about global patties, so like let's say Ultra Bee. Ultra Bee does not have real pollen in it at all. It's just a pollen substitute, right? Which is what global patty no pollen is. It's just a pollen substitute. The 4% and the 15% have actual pollen in it, bee pollen, that they import, and then they irradiate to make sure there's make sure there's nothing, no microbials in it, right? Nothing bad. So they irradiate to kill that, and then they make the pollen patties. So these patties will have the Apis Biologics bioactivator in it, and now they're going to have this in it. So here's the thing. Some people can't make it to Hive Life Conference. I get it. I want to go. I may not be able to make it because of my home situation, right? I mean, being able to have someone take care of my mom, feed my animals for the whole weekend. It's a thing here. So what I'm thinking about doing is maybe do a pre-order, or put in for a pre-order, or do a pre-order. So if there's people that can't make it to the conference that want to order the patties, that I can pre-order it for the website, and then I can drive up and pick it up and come back, or something like that. You know what I mean? Or say, hey, Lee, you're inside. You can get inside. I'm outside with the truck. Tell me where to pull around so we can load this stuff up. Something like that.
We'll get you by the back door and kind of toss them out.
Yeah, toss them out, chuck them out to the truck, and get it going. Because if that goes good, there's a great chance that it could be a real thing. Because Global Patty is in Canada, Apis Biologics is in Canada, and so it just makes it an easier thing. So knock on wood, hopefully it goes. Some companies, like you said, one guy's already committed to buying 3 pallets, and depending how much is on a pallet, matter of fact,
that's quite a bit be able to fit on one pallet.
Yeah, if it's 200 boxes, that's a lot of money. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link to the Google Doc for the people who are going to Hive Life Conference that want to pre-order. That's the Google Doc that I just shared, where you can pre-order this to pick up at Hive Life Conference. However, from what I'm gathering, the actual product is not going to be discounted at the conference, for whatever reason, probably because of the amount of money of product he has to put into making these patties, right? He's got to put that money out. So I don't know that to be the case, but that's what I'm rolling with right now. But I think I've been pulling on his ear about, you need pollen patties, you need pre-mixed pollen patties, and then boom, the Cayman effect happens, and he knows people at Global Patty, and next thing you know, there's a Global Patty with Apis Biologics. So
coincidence, huh?
Yeah, it's a lucky accident, a happy accident. Is that what they call it? Happy accidents. So I just think that that's a good thing, right? For the first thing, it's going to bring more exposure to companies like the guy, I don't know what store it is, but the store that's buying 3 pallets, if that guy's going to carry the pollen patty, he will probably want to carry the actual product, right?
Yeah.
So that's helped gaining exposure for the company, which, if it's anywhere on the East Coast, if they order, they're going to have to order through us. So it's a good thing. Good thing. Yeah. So the thing is with Hive Life, last I heard they're running low on tickets. I think they were up to close to 1,800 people right now.
I actually bought a second ticket. Ricky from Horizontal Hives has paid for my first ticket, but my old lady's coming up there with us, but she says she don't know if she wants to go to the conference. So she may be riding around town, but just in case she wants to go, I went ahead and purchased.
Well, if she don't want to go, just be like, Bob, you'll be Lee for today.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. The ticket that I purchased, just in case she does want to come in, she's going to be wearing a tag with my name on it.
I would think you would be contacted by APIS since you are the U.S. dealer. Yeah, there was kind of a stipulation because before all of this happened, becoming a distributor, they had already agreed to go to Hive Life. So this initial thing was kind of out of the purview of the agreement. And this patty is something that wasn't even thought of a month ago. It's something that just is happening now. And with this trial, I'm hoping that it goes very well. The other thing that I'm looking to do, and Charlie, I need to get with you again, is it's about that time to start pre-ordering packages and nukes, right? People are already putting up their list. So I need to make a Google Doc form of people that are interested. The first thing is, are people interested in buying those things? If they are, then because I'm down here where I'm at, close to Georgia, close to Florida, here in South Carolina for nukes, right? I can possibly get people up north their packages and nukes earlier than they could if they were getting them local, right? Because the seasons.
Yeah, they wouldn't be producing that far north yet.
Mm-hmm. So he said he was working on something that he would tell you about.
That's that other little secret.
Who?
Andrew.
Oh, he said he was working on something that he would tell you about. No, that's something different. That's something different. I know what that is already, but I can't tell you guys. But I can in the spring probably tell you about it. But I haven't gotten any official word on that. But yeah, so this was very impromptu. I called Lee. Hey, what you doing? Nothing. What you doing? Nothing.
Falling asleep.
Falling asleep. Well, good. Let's go live. We'll fall asleep. And I do have the mead jug handy. It is Saturday night.
Uh-oh.
I've got
you got a bigger cup this time. You got to learn it's smaller cups.
This is well, you can see it's crooked when I did it. I did it wonky on there. It was my trial cup. So, but obviously we're still selling it. I'm looking for products, guys. I need products I can put on my website that won't cost me $1 bajillion to get into.
How about this?
Let your love flow. I could do the shirt thing, but shirts take a while once you order them because they got to be made as you order them.
Yep.
Type of thing.
It's kind of a POD, print on demand.
Yep. And they make print on demand printers, Lee. I'm surprised you haven't bought one yet.
I've been looking. just don't tell my niece.
Hey, I thought about your niece today when I was at the store. They had honey straws that I could have bought 100 at a time, different flavors, for pretty cheap. When I say cheap, they're about $1.40 for 100 straws, or $14 for 100 straws. What's that? That's 14 cents a piece.
That ain't too bad.
So if you're selling them for 3 for $1, hey, let's go ahead and throw the invite out here.
I got it copied already. Ready?
You did. Yep. Let me get over here so I can. Oh shoot! I'm not even on my channel.
I am.
Get over here so I can. And hold on, I gotta mute my tab. Oh, there we go. See, you can hear me talking to me. And then I gotta pin message. Boom.
DC's asking, did you ever get in touch with the vape guy?
No, I haven't. This whole work thing is really kind of throwing my whole game off. Like, I can't get up for work on time when I want to. And then on my day off, I get up like I'm supposed to be going to work.
Yeah, Charlie, how you doing tonight?
Hey,
What up, Charlie?
what's up?
Not much. What you doing?
Well, at least got my voice back for the most part.
I was about to say it sounded like the most part, maybe.
Yeah, it ain't 100%, but it's better.
Hey, the mead helps your throat now.
Yeah, I've been taking my own honey.
We got 2 Beekeeper goes down south. One got 1,700 hives and the other 2,000.
You gotta let that.
Hey,
honey
Grammy.
burn a little.
Lisa.
We got 2 Beekeeper goes down south. One got 1,700, the other 2,000. So yeah, so what you been doing, Charlie?
I've been sick with this head cold and sore throat, and I finally got out to the hives today and kind of finished up some videos that I had started 2 weeks ago. So I'll post one tomorrow. And I put some entrance reducers in and getting ready to vaporize here in the next week or two.
That was on my to-do list for today. It just never got to that far. You see that?
Yeah, I see how. Yeah.
And that was on my to-do list for today to vape. So I had a long to-do list, and I started off with, I'll fix some of these boxes and go ahead and get the screws put in them and try to draw them back together, right? And I figure once they get wet again, if I can tighten the screws down and slowly start bringing them back together, right? And then I was like, okay, well, I got a couple of these look pretty good. Let me go ahead and paint them. But I had Eco Wood on them. So I started rolling this exterior paint primer on there, and the wood was just sucking it all in. I'm like, the green wood, you can do it and it just stays on the outside. But the dry wood, it sucks it all in, man. It's like, I'm going to need $1,000 worth of paint to paint these boxes. So
DC said honey garlic for your throat. I got some honey garlic somewhere, but I got some with onion in it too. It's supposed to be real good for you.
So is that Eco Wood? It just the box are rotten or what?
No, so okay, so I bought I like when I go to Blythewood Bee Company, I buy my boxes. A lot of times I'll buy them pre-assembled, like already made. Well, I found out that they don't use glue when they assemble them. They just basically nail them together. Right. And I treated them with the Eco Wood, so there was no paint on them. So as the wood dried, the frame rest and the bottoms would start bowing out, which would make the frames fall off on there. Now I could, no, because I've got a lot of plastic frames, but if I had the wooden frames, I could get those metal repair things and probably extend it out a little bit to make it better. But it doesn't seal the wood, it treats it. Yep. And that's exactly what I'm figuring out. I mean, some of the boxes, like my supers, I don't have that problem. I only have the problem with the deeps, and it's probably because of how tall they are that it starts to bow them out.
And not only does it make it waterproof, it makes it a little bit paint proof.
Yeah, it just sucks the paint in. It was like, kidding me right now? And so I don't know. We'll see. I might just be I'll be happy if if I can just get them to draw back in. Yeah, I was using screws, like 2.5-inch screws to screw them back together. But now it's going to be a matter of them absorbing some moisture and then screwing them in a little bit more and drawing it in, you know, as we go, and trying to make that happen. Smash the garlic, add your honey, and let it set for a week. Burp in the container every day that first week, then enjoy. Nice.
You would think it have a strong flavor with the honey or the onion in it. It really don't. It's got a hint of the honey or the garlic or onion, but it's not bad at all. And it does work for a sore throat.
Sharon, my email is rwalker2016@gmail.com.
I was about to say I got it programmed in here.
Of course you do. Well, he's got everything like on.
It's all push button right here.
Surprised he doesn't have little UFOs that come on the screen and fly around and then fly off.
Good idea. I might have to throw one up next week for you.
I know you can do it. You can do it. Yeah, see, when I build my boxes, I use glue, but the ones that I bought pre-built are the ones that are bowing out like crazy.
See, all of mine I buy, I get them from Better Be, and they're already pre-assembled, glued and nailed.
Well, I got something that's probably going to be happening. It hasn't happened yet, but I've been working with Ricky Rourke, our horizontal hive guy, and he's probably going to start making me some regular boxes, some deep boxes, but they have a special, we're going to try it first to see how it goes, but a special, it's not a finger joint, a special joint where the boxes actually interlock with each other. And that way, once you glue and seal them, there'll be a nice 90-degree angle. We're also talking about having stainless around the top of the box. So when you go to pry it, it doesn't, it will not tear your box up when you're pulling them apart.
Damage your corners and everything. Huh?
Yep.
That'd be good.
Look who we got. The newest addict and newest no-life beekeeper, Grayson.
Hello.
Hey, Grayson, how you doing?
I'm
Did you have a
doing
good
good.
dinner?
What do you say? Just got
Did you have
done
a
with
good dinner?
dinner. Didn't have nothing better to do, so I decided to hop on for a little bit.
Same as us. See how important we are? Well, I didn't have nothing better to do, so I'm gonna come hang out with you guys.
Got out from the bee yard a little while ago. Got stung once, but that's basically my fault. I was out there. I was in one of my favorite colonies. I like. They're European queen. I tried to inspect with my gloves. All went well for a little bit, and then one got my finger and stung me. But now I can't really see it no more.
Well, I got stung the other day doing a little video clip, and I didn't have any gloves on, no veil, no nothing, but it was just, I pinched one, squished one.
I get you.
I know I got Bob stung one time when you were getting that swarm from the back of the school.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Not going in the box. I told him, grab a handful.
Well, normally, and I do that. I still will scoop them like that with my hand, but I'm just getting, getting stung doesn't bother me that much. But if I can avoid it, if there's a feasible way, like, hey, let me just put on a glove and, lessen that chance, then yeah, that's a great price. May have to have Lee bring some back for me in his truck. Well, Lee's driving a.
Yeah, I'm driving my little Nissan Rogue up there. I ain't taking the truck.
So by the time he brings back like 3 pallets of global patties and 1,000 boxes, and we have them all strapped down to the lid, he'll look like the Grinch that stole Christmas with all those presents on the back of his vehicle.
I'd rather take something up there I get 37 miles to the gallon in than 20 miles to the gallon.
But not when you got 2 tons of pollen patties in the back.
True. Mr. Paul, I thought you were going to Hive Life.
Well, he is, but he wants you to drive him back, not him.
Ah, okay.
Well, the bad thing is you might have to go up there and then rent a U-Haul one way to come back if you buy too much stuff. But guess what I found? It's in Canada. So I don't know if it's a good deal, but I don't know if what the shipping would be like. Do you remember that Lyson whole line that was like $36,000 when I was buying?
Yep, the one that I'm wanting.
They got it for $26,000 US out of Canada. So you save 10 grand by getting the whole line. Well, you don't save. You're still spending. You're losing 26 grand, but you're not losing 36 grand. So that we'll go to Hive Life, then we'll drive up to Canada, pick up the whole extraction line. We'll strap that to the hood of Lee's Rogue, and then because there's not going to be any room in the back with the pollen patties and all the boxes. So we'll have him loaded down. And my truck is only like an F-150, so it's not like, what is that, a half-ton truck or something?
I believe so. That's all I got. I got a Ford F-150 4-door.
So
let's see. Is this the one you were talking about?
Yes. Well, they got it for 33. They got it for 26 at Dancing Bee. So look, and it's US dollars. And I don't have to click the button because I'm not sharing the sound over there. The complete extraction line, 26.5, which is funny because that's much cheaper.
Now, you said that's a Canadian company?
Yes, but they got a US website.
Okay, I was just seeing if that price was Canadian or US dollar.
Well, if you look at the Dancing Bee logo, it's got the United States flag around it. That's the US site.
Okay.
So that whole extracting line does 40 frames at a time. It's got the uncapper. It's showing a picture of the extruder too, the wax extruder.
Yeah.
So,
but then you're going to have to buy a $50,000 honey house.
I got that in the back already.
I don't think that's going to fit.
I'd have to tear a wall down to get it in.
Mr. Paul, why you got to bring the wife back? I mean, you can bring all the bee equipment.
Sit on the roof. Yeah, you could do like what was it? National Lampoon's Vacation, where they put grandma on the roof in the rocking chair. You just strap your wife to a recliner on the luggage rack on top. But that, yeah. So there's going to be a lot of products there. A lot of products. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's just pretty much sold out. If you watched came in last night.
What is?
It's pretty much sold out.
I know it's getting close. Like I said, I got an extra ticket last night.
He bought Bob's ticket. He just don't know it. Renee's going to have to go to the moonshine factory or something during that day.
She's probably going to end up like the
Gaiman stated. Let's see, 1,500 tickets are bought and paid for, and he's got that extra 100 that he said he's selling about 60 of them a week. So within a week and a half, it'll be gone.
Yes, Lee is going to Hive Life.
Yep. I'm going to be in the Horizontal Bees booth with Ricky Rourke.
And Ricky actually had told me that he would buy my ticket and hang out in there too. Of course, he may change his mind now. Who knows? At this rate, you think that distributors, if you're working a distributor booth, that you wouldn't have to buy a ticket because that should be part of the distributor package, right?
Well, I believe, don't quote me, but I believe with the like a vendor package, you're allowed so many, and then after that, you have to buy a ticket for each one. Because
what happened to Blywood? Aren't you working for them?
Well, I'm going to tell you about that. The fact of the matter is, I don't know. I gave him all the information, but if you go to the confirmed vendors list,
he's listed.
Oh, where was it? Oh, if you go to Hive Life Conference,
He's listed.
well, when I looked at the trade show and vendors, how's he listed? Is he listed as
He's,
Blythewood? Or?
he's not under the flyer. It's off the website, Facebook or whatever it says.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the actual website for Hive Life, and I don't see him on there. So I don't know if he said he was going to go and then never paid or never followed up. It would not surprise me either way. In part, it's because of his health. So I don't know at this point what's going on. I wish I did. Really wish I did. But I don't see him. I don't even see Swarm Commander listed in here.
Yeah, I'm not seeing Blythewood right now. I'm not seeing them now. Whether they're listed somewhere else, I don't know.
And so it is what Provap is going to be there? Oxavap, right? That's Provap, right? And Lorabis, Man Lake. There's Horizontal Bees, Hives for Heroes. There's gonna be a lot of people there. So it'll be interesting for sure to see if I got on his son today. I'm like, man, you need to make sure your dad goes if he can. Well, that was the whole thing. The whole principle in the beginning was if he got the booth and everything, I would go and man it for him. And then he was like, well, we could both go. And then it's kind of like after that, it just kind of fell through or nothing's happening. So I don't know. Don't know what he's going to do.
So how's your temperatures up there? Would you be, Mr. Charlie?
It's been, let's see, today was like 60, 62, 65 degrees. And then it's getting down into the 40s and stuff at night.
So they still doing
last week I went down. Actually, last week I had booked to go down to Floyd, Virginia, and also the Blue Ridge Heritage Festival, and in Ferrum, Virginia, where Jarrett lives. So I had a choice. I could either go stay home and work and be sick, or go down there and be sick. So I chose to go down here and be sick. So actually, I had intentions to video, but I had no voice whatsoever. And I actually went over to Jarrett's house Friday. I spent about 3 hours over there with him, got into a hive with him. And then we talked about feeders and stuff. And he showed me his equipment purchases that he's made, and bought somebody else out, or somebody else bought somebody who wanted to get rid of some of the boxes. And so it was a real nice Friday afternoon with him, with Jarrett, at the, what's it called? The Beehive Homestead.
Yeah, the Beehive Homestead.
And like I say, I really couldn't talk. I forced myself to talk a little bit, and it was really nice. And then the next day we went to the festival, which is right up the road from his house, and it was a good weekend, even though I was sick. And it was, I think, raining up here most of that week. Down there it was very nice. As far as sunny, it was in the 70s and stuff. And
did you get a little bit of Jared's honey?
I gave him some of mine, and he didn't have a pound bottle, and he's supposed to go to Hive Life. So I said, just wait to bring it to Hive Life. So that's what he was going to do.
It's only like 77 days away now.
Yeah, it's not that far away.
It's,
November here is what, a couple days. We'll be in November.
I can't believe they got those wax dip boxes. Did he say $16?
Yeah, like 16.50 a piece.
Yeah.
Now, are they commercial or are they premium?
Well,
Big difference.
yeah, what I was told was the boxes that I was buying were premium, but I don't believe they were premium this year.
A premium as far as no knots.
Yeah, everything I buy is commercial grade. So I mean, you're gonna have knots in it, but I just put a good sealer first coat on there, and I hadn't had any problem.
Well, it depends on what the knots are. I mean, in pine, they're graded as either black knots or red knots. The red knots, if you ever look at a board, it's kind of got that reddish tint to it. They're a good solid knot. The
Yeah.
black knot is more or less a knot is kind of rotten, ready to fall out.
That's just a side entrance.
About to say that red knot is gonna have a lot more resin in it, kind of like
That's the one that you put the router marks in and put a spacer in it and make it a queen castle.
Yeah, see gun lines in here. Tim, did y'all get y'all's t-shirts yet?
What?
Where's Gunline located at Tornadoes?
He's in Alabama.
Alabama.
Grayson has 6 colonies right now, Matt.
I'm at 6 right now. 3 of them are a little smaller. Like I'm running like one of them has like 8 frames, but it's like a 10 frame. But like I'm not counting the ones that they have not drawn on the edges. So basically, you have 8 or 7 frames.
Not right now.
And my other colonies have like 10 or 11. And then the others have some good honey and one with if anybody here watches my videos, the colony with the my favorite's the one with the one deep and the one what do you call it, the blue super is my favorite colony out in the yard. Next year I'm gonna try to start just like running a deep and a super for down here because it doesn't get too terribly cold.
Most of mine wintertime I'll do that, a deep and maybe a super if they're big enough. If not, I just leave the single deep, and they've done pretty good down here.
That's pretty good.
Just trying to drop your link to your channel, Grayson. I know Lee's got it pre-programmed somewhere, probably.
No, I don't think I have it programmed in yet. Let's see. No, not yet. Yeah, Tim, let me know if they fit good and everything. If not, I'll send you a different size.
Let me see.
When was it? Not too long ago. It rained down here. It hasn't been raining for a little bit. We've been in like a dearth. It hasn't been raining at all, but it rained. I forgot when it was. Maybe yesterday or day before yesterday, son. It rained down here for the first time in I don't know a few weeks.
Yeah, we got a little rain here today or this morning, and that's the first time in probably a couple months now.
I saw some clouds today. But nothing happened. I just saw it just looked dark around the area. I looked at the radar. They're just like little rain scattered, but not too terrible.
It was cool and overcast here today.
I don't know what the temperatures are. It's nice. It's not been too terribly cold, so it's been good. I'm still feeding. I took my bird bath. Vincent got some little videos. He's probably uploaded on his channel. Some videos that of us moving the bird bath a little closer. I'm gonna start doing some community feeding, just a little sugar water. See how good they react to it.
I missed something. Okay.
Yeah, that's the t-shirts I sent
T-shirts.
Tim and Hannah. This shirt right here.
Well, you should give them a free shirt. They designed it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Well, Hannah didn't know about it though until after I sent the picture, and then Tim showed her.
They inspired it.
Yep.
It was Gunline inspired.
I saw that. That's a pretty cool design.
Let's see.
I
got the mic in the way there.
Lee's got a whole shirt. Lee's got more clothing merch. Go ahead and drop your link, Lee, because you got like a bajillion shirts. It'll take them the rest of the show to search through them all to see what they want.
Just dropped.
My merch store's got 2 shirts in it. This one, the Game of Drones, and that Beaking Bed.
How about that merch store down there?
That one that hasn't sold a shirt since Phil. Where'd Phil go? Is Phil all right? Anybody had a Phil sighting lately?
I hadn't seen Phil lately.
Usually he gets on with us in the nighttime. Yeah, get your Apis Biologics from Bob and get your t-shirts from Lee. That's the oh, and Lloyd still hasn't called me.
Which one's Lloyd?
Charlie's friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's reading the comments.
No, I was looking for Blywood on the trade show thing. I seen it. Maybe they've already taken it off.
Maybe he got in touch with him and said he couldn't make it or something. I don't know.
I'll have to get a hold of Lee. Maybe I'll try it tomorrow.
Man, you got the merch. But the
what's this new thing about the YouTube handles or something?
Oh, so you can get like mine's at Walker B Ranch. So you can get at it. It's easier, I guess, for people to tag you or find your channel or something.
I saw that YouTube gave me a notification about that. I didn't know what they were, but then I figured out I don't have one yet, but I guess they're gonna let me know when I.
Well, you got to claim it. You got to go in your studio and claim it. Is what I had to do with mine.
I'm not gonna do that.
I hadn't even really.
Amazing. My handle would be Sawmill Charlie's Bee Farm.
Yes.
I need to. The only reason I would want to do it is just to make it easier for the and also sometimes get a custom URL for a YouTube channel. It would make it so much more easier. I say,
So, is there big news you need to share, Grayson? Are you going to be on Hillbilly Hives Live on the 7th?
On the 7th, they're gonna be on my channel.
Oh, they're coming to your channel.
My channel. I was gonna keep it secret, but I might as well spoil it.
Well, I just saw Earl shared it on his channel.
I was about to say Bob just spoiled it.
On 7th, I asked them to come on my channel. We can get different beekeepers on, and they agreed to it. So
you can't have the same people like we do every week.
I'm gonna have different people on. That's why I'm getting different beekeepers on. Just get different ones. So I started out with the hillbillies first.
You started out with us first,
and then I started out with y'all first, and then them second. I have another one coming. I'm still waiting to hear back from him, but I'm not gonna say yet.
Charlie, are you gonna spill the beans? Are you the next one?
I haven't heard anything.
It's good. It's good to be on each other's channels and promote each other.
Yeah, helping each other out.
That's
what I'm always saying. Beekeepers helping beekeepers.
I'm really waiting on Tim to come join in. He messages me, but when he messages me, it's usually like late. Hey, I'm getting ready to come on. I'm like, well, we're getting ready to get off. It's 10 o'clock.
I was actually looking for Tim's email today because I was going to email him and make sure he got the shirts. I couldn't find it nowhere in my email. I was looking on my Kodiak farm. For some reason, I emailed him before from my personal email address, and I just couldn't find it where I needed it.
Let me see.
Can you explain if you can put these with Apis Blush on top of the brood and leave it through winter? Matt Hunt is asking, where did Lee go?
Lee, where'd everybody go? It's just me and you?
I guess it's two beekeepers.
Or me. Oh, here comes Lee.
I don't know what's going on. All of a sudden it said there's a problem with StreamYard and it said reload.
Nice. I'll make sure it's still working. Must be something to do with the if it's still on, it's just me and you now.
Yeah.
What in the world happened?
I don't know. I got an error on mine that says something wrong with StreamYard reload.
Yep.
Probably a lot of different I bet it's some just different like a lot of space storage, and they're just trying to load up things, and it's just
I say it's probably Saturday night. Everybody else doing streams, and we overloaded StreamYard.
probably.
Well, I'm glad we could join Grayson on his show this evening. He was the only one that stayed in. Everybody else got bumped.
Yeah, we all got booted.
This will be Grayson's show now.
It's the
About
Grayson show.
Grayson may have hacked us and booted us out.
He hijacked us. Hey,
Oh.
Larry, how's it going?
Mr. Larry.
Elon Musk fired your YouTube. Vincent wants to join. Vincent, you don't need to be voted on. You can just join. That's why the link's linked at the top. You can just join in.
Click
Join. Sharon saying, nice work, Grayson. You're writing a book too. I
As long
am.
as you don't get us banned from YouTube for having a minor on.
I think last time they kicked me off because Vincent was on. I tried it the last few times I've done it. It's been working perfect. So I think they won't kick Vincent off unless if there's there's adults on. So I think it's. But let's see. Sharon was saying here, nice work, Grayson. You're writing a book too. I am writing a book. On notes, I'm kind of been working on some things, so I don't know when I'll ever get it published. As long as if the price is right.
Well, you can also do a digital book and put it on Amazon and sell it on Amazon.
I'll probably do that too.
And if it's real good, I'll even put it on my website and sell it on my website.
That's what I was about to say. If you have to buy some, I'll give you good fair price.
You give me a fair price on it?
I'll try to.
I've run a tough bargain.
I'm going to bring something up here that I really don't, I guess, talk about too much anymore. I've done it years ago. But speaking of books,
Lee published a book.
Yeah, that was back in 2014.
Haha, peer pressure.
About beekeeping?
No, it was a story about my 3 kids going on their first camping trip by themselves. Getting meetings.
I bet there's a good story in that.
Peer pressure wins. There's Tim.
Hey, Tim, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much, y'all. What's happening?
Just hanging out with the boys tonight.
I heard that. We've been trying to dodge. It's been bad weather down here today, but finally we got some rain.
Well, the rain's good.
We got some rain too, not too long ago. It hasn't rained here for I don't know, maybe a month or something. So it's good. Got some rain. It's starting to dry back up again. So the only thing I don't like about the rain is the smoker fuel. Whenever I use pine straw, because we have like millions of pine trees around the house, like you see on my videos, but I have like a lot of pine straw on the ground, so it's real good smoker fuel. And then whenever it's wet, it doesn't. I've had trouble in the past whenever I'm trying to get out there. My smoker, the pine straw is wet, and it won't really like that good. But other than that, the rain isn't really any problem.
Smokers are for the weak. No, I'm just kidding. I very rarely use my smoker. That's why I get stung so much.
I always use smoker. I probably need to get some more smoker starter. I'm about out.
Matt was
Grayson,
asking a question up here.
Go ahead, Lee.
I was just saying Matt was asking a question up here whenever we had technical difficulties.
I was about to say, he was about to ask that. That's whenever everything went sideways.
I don't know, Matt, if most people don't leave pollen patties in all winter.
They eat it pretty fast.
I about to say if they get too high of a pollen or a protein content in the winter, they're going to keep wanting to try to brood up.
Yeah.
And then it also depends where you're at too, right?
Yeah. I was about to say if they're trying to brood up in winter and then it gets too cold, all that brood goes to waste, and then all the food that they've been eating to make the royal jelly and everything else, they just deplete their stores.
I get that. I can. It just depends where that beekeeper lives. If they're up in north where it gets a little chillier, might want to feed them something different. But for beekeepers here in the south who just have, or I don't know what our loads are going to be. I don't have no idea.
Yeah, but it's all about the brood. I mean, it's like Lee says, your bees don't brood in the wintertime. As far as mine doesn't. I mean, they'll start brooding mid-February up here in Maryland. That's when
Hey.
they'll start up for spring.
They might keep a little patch here and
That's
there,
about
but
the size of the patch in February.
Right now, ours will still have some brood in there because we still have some warm temperatures, but they're
But even still, down where you're at, I'm sure she slows down.
probably she's
She
slowing
takes-
down. She's not as fast as she is in spring, but they're still, kind of keeping up just a little bit. I'm feeding them. I'm feeding them pollen patties and sugar bags just as an extra thing, just so they can build up a little more before winter comes, and then feed them throughout
Yeah,
the whole.
How long's winter? 4 weeks?
I got no idea down here.
pretty
Well-
much the last 2 weeks of January, first 2 weeks of February,
4 weeks.
Yeah, we got 2 weeks of winter.
Yep.
pretty much.
Yeah, we got
Probably
month,
maybe
we got
And you
month
call
for
that
winter.
spring, right, Jim?
Mhm.
I know winter starts probably. I know it starts to really around like December, I think, or to November. It really depends how the weather's. Every year's gonna be different. You can't tell the weather, but usually probably will last through. I'm just guessing December through at least February. Then
Gun line's in Alabama as well. He's just on the western side of the state, where
Mm.
you're on the eastern side of the state.
Around Mobile.
Yeah, we're close to Mobile. We're just outside of Mobile.
I've heard of that before. Isn't that near like Alabama's beaches?
We're about 60 miles from Dolphin Island and about 100 and so miles from Gulf Shores. We're actually closer to the Alabama-Mississippi state line, but
Thank you.
Let's see. 60 pounds of sugar with the apis, and then made bricks and a lid. It's well, Tim, you've been using it for a little while now. What are you noticing with the apis? Anything?
they picked up a lot, brother. Like I said, our feed has doubled as far as going out, and
I was
we
thinking about
open feed what we do, but yes, it's double, y'all.
that's good. I was thinking about trying to get some at some point. Look into it. Been trying to
Well,
figure
I know a great website to get it from.
I already know what it is. I've already been looking on your website.
Yeah, it doesn't have much else
Only
on it,
place I know where to get it from.
but it's got apis and
I was thinking about put some in sugar bricks. Might start making my own sugar bricks, and then just put a little bit in each sugar brick just to see how it goes. Get some of that pollen sub.
well, you mix it in the water that you're using to
Water.
make your sugar brick, and then it should go good.
Yeah, mix it in the water and then pour it on your sugar.
Okay, I get you. Like put water, then put a little bit of the apis, and then pour it in the sugar.
Very little bit.
Very little.
It's surprising how little you actually use.
If you need to know, ask Grammy how much to add.
About 10 grams. Lisa said you put 10 grams per gallon.
Yeah, she was a little off on her measurement, but it worked.
Hey, they'll eat it.
Hey, Tim, what were you holding there a minute ago?
Oh,
Let your
y'all
love.
check them out. Let your love flow, folks. Let your love flow. Go buy you one.
Vincent said that Lee, you actually laid the jar out and took a picture of it. Is that what you did?
Yeah. I took a white poster board, laid it on its side, and just let it flow out. Took the pictures and edited it all up.
And then put it on the shirt. Okay. I was wondering how you did. I don't know if you put it on your counter, or I knew you were gonna pour it on your counter, but I was wondering if you were putting it like on some kind of cloth or something.
Nah, just a white poster board laid on the floor.
Lay it on the
All
floor,
right.
just a little picture.
How many? We got 22 people in here.
That's
And we
not
got
bad.
5 in the stream. We
Having
need more people in here. We need to fill this thing up. We need to make this crazy tonight.
Yeah,
Tim,
Cayman had 400 people on there last night.
man, well, yeah, was that when Bob Binney was on there?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Bob Benny. I've been watching some Bob Benny's videos lately. Sometime I'm thinking we're considering going to the Have Life conference because we're not too far away from up there.
Well,
Gatling.
don't consider too long because they're running out of tickets.
I know that's what I was thinking. Whenever you said that, I was like, I better say it's now or never.
We lost him.
Oh,
You say you're going to the conference, guys?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna our mom doesn't know that they're running out. So once you tell her, so she'll probably
You better get your tickets this week if you're going to get any of them.
probably that's what I'm gonna do. Whenever
You're gonna make me spend money this week, Charlie.
whenever she gets back
It'd
tomorrow.
be cheaper for me just to give Renee $100 and tell her to go shopping that day.
That's probably what she's going to end up doing.
So
But I got it just in case she decides to stop by and want to come in. There's a ticket ready.
There he is. He's back.
Yeah, we got Tim back.
no, Tim's back. He's muted.
Yeah, heck, we were all getting kicked off a while ago.
Tim's like the guy
I
you
was,
take
I
to
was
the
the last
club.
survivor.
Tim's like the guy you take to the club. He's so even keeled that he's like the DD, the designated driver, right?
That's how I always.
There's a smile. That's like the first time I've seen his smile on the stream.
When I was in my young 20s, me and all my friends would go out. I was always the designated driver. They'd drink. I'd drive everybody home and drop them off at each place.
But
After my first DUI, yes. And I only had one. And that ended that, Jack. Yes, I will be the designated driver.
That wallet was real deep, wasn't it?
Boy, it hurt. I'll tell you that. It's a lesson learned.
I know Louisiana, they were trying to get it to where even first offense, it was going to, in the end, run you about $10,000 for a first offense DWI.
Well,
or
by the time you
DUI.
pay all the increased insurance and pay to get your license back and all the other craziness they got, yeah, it's not worth it. Even
I plan on.
I got mine 20 years ago in 2002. And it was $5,000 and some change by the time I got done. So you can imagine what it'd probably be now.
expensive beer, wasn't it?
Yes, sir, it was. That's why I quit.
That's the smart move.
I hadn't drank in years until what, the last 2 months, Bob? I started
Until
making
the
mead.
show drove him to drink.
And my buddy brought me a little pint of mead to the farmer's market and gave it to me, and I liked it.
I plan on for tomorrow. Instead of Monday to do my stream, I'm doing it tomorrow. I bet I've been kind of saying that around so nobody's gonna miss it. I'm trying real hard to stay on schedule on Mondays at 7:00, but just because our family have some plans on Monday now, I have to do the stream tomorrow at the same time. But I've been announced on my channel on the community.
What, do you got, a Halloween party?
Oh, our grandparents are just doing like a little supper, so we're not going to be around. So I guess.
Well, Charlie was going to ask you to bring him some candy back. Something to eat during the stream. That's what it was. He's going to rob the bag when you brought it back. That's the best part about being a parent is when the kids went trick or treating. You can. Let me check this piece, make sure nothing's wrong with it. We don't even get trick or treaters here, and I still buy Halloween candy.
We don't do any trick or treating. We're not really into that, but we
don't really do it here no more.
Yeah, but we're not into it. But the only thing I do like about it is I do like the candy. Everybody does.
I like November 1st when those Reese's are half off.
Well, look here. Look who we got.
Mr. Larry.
Hello.
Now he's going to dispute the whole using the smokers for the weak topic.
Yep.
The weak-minded. That's what. Not using the smokers for the weak-minded. That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to say, if you the smoker makes you weak, I'm the weakest guy in this room. I promise you that.
I light mine almost every time.
So
I use mine every time I go. I don't use it if I'm going out there to give them food because it's just a waste of time. I'm not doing the inspections. But whenever I go out there and do an inspection, I'm going into if I have you're always gonna see me with the smoker. I'm not gonna go out there without one, unless if
my smoker's out there. It just never gets used. It's just getting weathered. I needed something to make it look like I was a beekeeper, so I had to keep a smoker in the yard.
Bob's gonna have to dip his smoker in that eco wood to preserve it.
That's true. That's a true statement. I use it very rarely because I found when I would go out there and start using the smoker, most of the time I was trying to film a video.
Says I rarely use the smoker, can't keep it lit. Sometimes I have had trouble with it, but I have a video on there. I've learned my secret recipe of how to light smoker in it. I always keep it running because I have millions of pine trees around our home.
Yeah, but you got a different type of pine tree than I do.
Probably.
Your
our
pine
pine-
trees are more like Christmas trees, right, Charlie?
Well, he
Like-
talks about pine straw.
seven-
That's
I
not.
think it's
I
called
would,
seven leaf pine.
yeah,
um,
but I seen that pine straw down in Georgia, and it's like little sticks.
Yeah, brown. That's how it is.
And it's real hard, where ours is like oh, I don't know, it's like hair, real, soft, real soft, like cotton almost.
Yeah, we have
Uh,
a crop of pine straw this year. It's really falling right now.
Mm.
I've started using smoker pellets, the grilling pellets.
I have those, the smoker pellets.
I bought a
I
40
don't.
pack at Lowe's, and I use those in with the pine straw, and that's really helped me keep a smoker going, because inadvertently I kick the thing over, it lays sideways for 5 minutes, and then it's gone. So
You're gonna be said. Ours is longleaf pine. Because Lisa's in Alabama as well, so we probably have the same pine trees.
I'd say if it's longleaf, I believe that's the one they call what, loblolly pine.
Probably.
Probably. I
Loblolly's a different one. Loblolly's got lower limbs. A long leaf, if I remember right, it's higher limbs.
What I'll usually do to keep smoker lit is it's a simple process I use. I have the smoker lighter. It's like just like small piece of stick, but has stuff in it to keep that can burn pretty good. What I usually do is let it go halfway, blow it out, put the pine straw on there, puff it, let it it rise up just a little bit, and then the smoker for me does pretty good. So
I use pine straw, but then I have pellets, but I bought my pellets.
I don't use pellets.
40 or
I
50.
used to, but I just thought I just tried to pine straw. It worked good for me, so I never touched the pellets for a while.
Well,
sometimes I'll just get like a little handful put in there just for an extra, but
it also depends how long you have to leave it lit too.
I know.
right,
Larry, how many colonies do you have to work?
it varies. Several hundred.
Wow, that's a lot. I just have 6. So
Like the pellets, I got the bedding pellets from Tractor Supply. You can get like a 40 or 50 pound bag for like $7.
Right.
So that's what I was using.
I'm gonna try some new methods.
Say again.
Next year I'm gonna try some new methods. Next year I'm gonna try my I've been just looking Bob Benny's page. Just I stumbled across this video how he raised queens. I saw it looked pretty interesting. So next year I might try to queen rearing. It might be hard, but I'm gonna try next year if I can get and try to get all my colonies for winter. Hopefully split each one. Take 2 colonies for queen rearing, the others for honey. Have everything planned. I'm trying to plan ahead before next year. So I've been doing my videos out my yard, making sure they have food. Went out there today. Did a have inspection, and I did see the queen. I picked up the frame, but then the queen was on the other frame. I just saw her go by, so I put it up. Also, I had to move my bird bath a little closer because I'm gonna try some community feeding. So that's what I've been basically doing with the bees lately.
Larry, how much honey did you end up with this year?
I can't say.
This is top.
We got like probably found 5 pounds of honey probably this year. 50 8-ounce jars is what we got for out of one colony. We got like that much out of like the deep. They filled back up the honey. They probably got like 6 or 7 frames. He filled up full capped honey. So that's pretty good. But whenever I extracted the box, feel like it weighed 60, 70, 80 pounds because it was like a deep filled with honey. And then in the center it had some brood. It was like just right after like a few weeks after the colony swarm. I saw some brood. I found the queen, and so
Tim was in your
saw
choice.
2 Tims.
2 Tims. Twice as close.
StreamYard's acting funny tonight.
It is acting quirky.
Must be a lot of people are probably doing streams. Probably their systems just slow.
Well, we're having some bad weather over this way, so
There goes.
it's been raining pretty hard. So let's.
Where,
I'm gonna
where
drop
you
out.
at, Miss Blair?
It's kind of acting kind of squirrely over on this end. So I'll talk to y'all later. I just want to show y'all my beach shirt.
I like that. Hey,
Come from Land's End. It's not as pretty as what Lee made. That is an awesome shirt, Lee.
That was Tim's idea there.
I tell you, that is an awesome shirt. So
Thank you.
I'll have to get one. Is that on your website? How did we get those?
I'll drop a link in the comments here.
Okay.
So you don't know how much honey you got out of your colonies this year, or it's just top secret?
Yeah, it's kind of a top secret deal, and there were probably 100 colonies I didn't pull anything off of because they were rented to watermelon farmers, and they were in an area they just didn't make honey.
Right. But I imagine you did pretty good on the honey out of that many colonies.
Yeah, we did pretty good. Like I said, I don't advertise that, but I'd be glad to have a personal conversation with you on it. So
okay, cool.
All right.
Hopefully, I get mine up next year.
I'll be looking for that link.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks.
You have a good night.
He's in Mississippi.
Okay.
Yeah, he's right up there, and Grayson's back. You got bumped that time.
StreamYard, StreamYard's I bet it's just something to do with their software or something. I bet Saturday night. I bet millions of people are using the platform. So, good. Where was I? All right. I was moving the bird bath cluster to the BR to do some community feeding, just to see how fast they'll get on it. So that's what I've been usually doing.
Do you put anything in it? Do you float anything on top so they can get to it, or they just got to eat it from the end?
Little sometimes I'll put pine needles a little across it, some sticks, just some natural. Then they'll go on a stick, kind of bend over and drink it. The first position I was in, it's hard to say. It was in a different position. It was kind of farther away. I had to move it over. But the first position, one bee came over and started to drink it. But that's why I moved it closer so the bees can find it pretty easy. So tomorrow I might, if there's a lot of bees, I'll film it and put it on the channel. If I can, if
you put a little bit of pine straw on top of it, they'll walk on the pine straw.
They can. They'll walk on it. Helps them, and then sticks, like little sticks on top so they can walk on it. I put some sugar, some protein powder in there. So that's why I was thinking about getting some of that apis, maybe to just to put a little bit in each time, maybe to get them to come. That's why
I use about half of a tablespoon.
Half of a tablespoon
in 10 gallons.
That's what I was thinking. I'll probably just use just a tiny little dribble.
That's a tablespoon or a teaspoon? Table?
A half of a tablespoon for 10 gallons.
Okay. So technically that's 1.5 teaspoons.
Yeah, I think Earl calculated it out to an eighth of a teaspoon per gallon.
When I get off here, I'm gonna watch Hilly Bailey's new video. I guess he is saying that he'll be on my channel. It'll be November 7th. I've been talking to some him, Johnny, and then there's a secret. I may say it later. It's he said he had to get back to me. I'm planning ahead different people to come on, get different beekeepers chat.
I got a guess on that one, but I'm not gonna say to ruin it.
I may go ahead and say it. I mean, it's not really a big secret. Brian from Castle Hives.
Okay, he'll probably come on.
Probably. He said he had to get back to me. So
I think you've been drinking some apis tonight. You're kind of wound up, young man.
He been hanging around Earl.
He's talking fast tonight.
I guess there's nothing else to do than talk beekeeping.
That's what we do.
Because we're not busy right now. I don't have nothing to do. Just in here. I thought I might stay on for a little longer. So
That's cool. We're just hanging out tonight, and hopefully, last Saturday wasn't it 4 hours, 5 hours we were on?
Was that last Saturday or Saturday
Last
before?
Saturday or Saturday before?
that night, we were up pretty late too. I don't know what it was. 12.
I can tell you what it is by weight. It's 0.0136 ounces per gallon. That's what it is for Imperial. So you need to have a weed scale or something, because that's about the only thing that goes down that low.
You're gonna have to send me all your calculations and everything, and I'll type you up a sheet for them.
Well, there ain't but 2 calculations.
Well, I'm talking about like if you mix them 1 gallon, 2 gallon, up to 10 gallon. That way they know how much to put for.
Granny said she's going to screenshot that amount. Lisa, come in, Lisa.
It can be easy to forget. I saw what was it? Jason's new video. I kind of get it. Last night, what was it? Last Monday on my Monday stream, he was kidding. It was kind of funny. What was it? I forgot. He was just kidding about 1-to-1. What's the or what? It may have been on your. It was on my channel. I just can't remember.
Yeah, what's the ratio for sugar water?
There you go. That's it. Rest of radio, and then he was just kidding. It was funny. Then I saw his video came out. Keep it simple. I mean, like 1-to-1 sugar water. So I watched it. It was pretty interesting.
So 24 pounds of sugar should be about 3 gallons of water, right? With it for 1-to-1.
I'd have to look it up again.
It would be 5 quarts to 10 pounds.
And if you saw that video, if you saw the sugar bag in it, he had like the 40. What was it? 4-pound bag. That's what I was using.
So
in Jason's
so
video,
you would use for a 4-pound bag, you use half a gallon of water. No,
like
to the gallon water, 8 pounds to the gallon.
8 ounce, 10 ounce water. I need to find a better way. I probably need to start making sugar bricks. It's hard to get all the water in there, but that's why I'm going to start making sugar bricks. I think I'm going to do that. I'm still going to use my sugar, but I'm still going to get the sugar bags because I like the granulated sugar to feed them. How to use powdered sugar? I don't have any granulated sugar right now. Got to get some more. But some like dry sugar granulated. I like the granulated, but I'm just using powder just for the time being.
Grammy, you can say. Go ahead, Charlie.
I mean, granulated powder. What are you talking about? 10x, or are you talking about
Granulated sugar?
Granulated sugar.
Right, just regular sugar.
Sugar.
Yep. Grammy was saying something about the dice method. Did you use the mortar and pestle? Pints. Nah, I don't have that back there, DC. Actually, I did think about getting one here a while back just for a decoration to hang on the wall. What Bob got now?
Popcorn.
Sugar brick.
Okay.
So I just make them in. Well, you can see it. I just make it in a bread pan, and I moisten the sugar, put it in there, and then I just set one on top of it. That's why there's sugar on the bottom of this. But this will fit perfect right on the colony. This one actually is flaking off because it's not all the way dry, as it just broke. Just broke in my hand.
That would be
worked well until I break it like that. It's not all the way dry. Now it's all over me and all over my floor.
Hey there, Grammy. How you doing tonight, Miss Lisa?
Hey, I don't have much battery power on my phone, and my computer was almost dead, or it was dead, so thought I'd come outside.
So how's the crackhead bees doing?
How's what?
The crackhead bees doing?
Oh man, they are so. I've got one. It actually looks like they're trying to rob. They're all jacked up. I'm gonna go out hopefully tomorrow if I can get in there before it does start raining. The rain bypassed us today, and we're supposed to get rain tomorrow. So hopefully I can get in there before it rains.
And let me see, is that a weed scale? No. Lee, do you have Swiffer sheets for hive beetles in your hives? I don't. You don't have Swiffer sheets in your colonies right now, do you?
No, I've bought some before, but I've never put them in there yet.
I used them last year. This year, I used a peppermint early and often, and I don't have the hive beetles that I've had in the past. So the ones that I find now, I just dispatch with, give them the hive tool test, right? If I find any.
Yeah. I hadn't found very many though this year since I was using the peppermints. Now the 2 hives that I had slimed out with hive beetle, I didn't put peppermint in them. So I kind of take it that the peppermint does work. At
Oh,
least
It does. You just have to change it a lot.
yeah.
I mean, because it dissipates so fast.
Well, the way I'm looking at it too now, I didn't go in them hives for about 2 months because of work and everything, and
Hmm.
I still didn't have no hive beetles in there. The one hive that absconded, I only seen just a handful of larvae in the bottom,
Hmm.
and that was
I
it.
was thinking about using the peppermint as well because one the colony, my favorite colony, has some hot beetles in it. What I've been doing is shaking the beetles on a lid or something and then smashing them so I don't have to ruin the frames. The bees will clean it. Bees will fix it in no matter of time. But I do have one of those. Aren't those called beetle jails or something?
You talking about that oil tray or the bottom oil trays, Chris?
That one right there. I use those, and then I use the beetle blasters. They're probably the same thing. I use both the disposable ones. Those you can reuse them a few times.
These
I
are the
want
ones
to
you can
I
pop.
want to show y'all something I saw, and I haven't seen it anywhere but on this Canadian website.
Mm.
Check this out. Share screen. I won't need sound, so I won't have to click that box. But check this out. There's a stuff called Dulco fruit, bee nutrition sciences, right?
Mhm.
And if you look down here, it's kind of like a Hive Alive.
That's what I was. Just the sight of it. That's what it reminds me of.
Yep, and it's got thymol in it, like Hive Alive.
Is that go like on top of the colony?
Yep,
Like,
just like a
um,
fondant. But if you go
I
down,
I know David Burns has something like that, like a
but if you go down to what's in it, it says fructose, glucose, water, herbal infusion of thyme, chamomile, nettle,
peppermint.
peppermint, and yarrow. St. John's wort, candela, lemon,
Calendula.
balm, basil, and wormwood.
I think
Calendula.
Vincent will know this
Well, at
answer.
least they won't get depressed and have headaches.
That's what I was saying. That's a good herbal mixture.
Vincent, my brother will know this answer because he's told me before. I think doesn't honey contain fructose and glucose?
Yeah,
Vincent will
that's
know.
sugar, fructose.
Sugar. I'm not good with what honey contains. I'm just.
But this is the
Vincent will
first
know. Vincent will know.
commercially available product that I've seen that actually has peppermint listed as in the ingredients.
Hmm.
So, and they're
At
sold
least
out.
beetles, if they don't like peppermint, they might not like it as much.
No, the beetles do not like the peppermint. At least it's been my experience, and I think Tim's experience, and Lee's, and Grammy.
Mine did good as long as I kept them in there. But then when it gets really hot, like in July,
They melt.
I mean, I put the Swiffer sheets, I put the beetle barn or the traps in there with the oil and everything. I socked it to them because the hive beetles are horrible here.
Man,
Hot
yeah,
beetles, we have hot beetles in most of all our colonies. So.
Hmm.
You didn't put the
I
other.
didn't see many out the other day when I was out there. They're starting to slow down a little bit.
Well, and in the winter, you'll notice they move a lot slower.
No, I got the trap that goes in between the frames, Lee. I've seen those though. That's the beetle bar. Yeah, that's what I have. Except I got the disposables.
Yeah, I was about to say I got the reusable ones, and then I
Yeah.
got the whole
I have
box
two of the reusable ones, and I can't. Some of them are broken. They're out in the yard. They are disposable. They're probably no good, but sometimes that's why I need to pick up. But I just haven't had time. I've been busy with the bees. But one day I'm going to go out there and clean up. But I have all what you're showing there: the little barn, the
Mhm.
disposable beetle blasters, and then the reusable ones. So you have all those. They all work pretty good. The disposable you can't reuse them.
Yeah, I agree with Hale right there. I'll use the peppermints, the beetle traps, everything in there. I mean, the more the
Yeah.
better.
The more the better. The only thing I didn't try was Greg Burns's murder sauce.
Hmm.
Yeah, I hadn't tried that. Now I did do it before without
Food coloring.
the essential oils and food coloring. I just had the
Mhm.
and it wasn't the pool grade diatomaceous earth too. It was just regular diatomaceous earth from Tractor Supply in Crisco.
Mhm. Yeah,
It seemed to work. I had a bunch of dead ones in there last year like that.
it's good.
What you munching, Charlie? Paul wants to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
Popcorn. What else?
Butterfinger.
Oh,
Butter-
Butterfinger.
My mom makes a good butterfinger pie.
Mm.
My husband said there's a fudge recipe on TikTok going around that tastes like Butterfinger.
Really.
I think I'll try that fudge this year.
Well, I noticed with the reusable ones, they typically last me one season, and then it's like they get brittle. At least that's been my experience. And then the little tabs that hold it onto the frame break off.
You think the heat is what's making it brittle or what?
I think it's the well, for me, it's probably the cold air because I don't put very much of anything inside,
Yeah.
So that's probably what's doing it. And then when you go to snap the lid off, to open it up, sometimes that will break as well. But the peppermints have worked pretty well for me, so I can't. Can't
Oh,
complain.
they worked. It's just it seemed like there was too much time. If I was not going out in my hives, but like every other week, they would be gone. So it's almost like they're eating them or something within that period of time.
Pretty quick. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I used Swiffer sheets last year. They work really well to trap some of them, but the bees will propolize the ends.
They stick to everything. That's the only thing I don't like.
Who was talking about the beetle traps, Bugman 1966, Chris. He was talking about the full bottom
Yeah.
trays he uses.
And they fall into the oil trap.
Yep.
But man, StreamYard is acting real wonky tonight.
I guess must be people, or it might be something to do with how many people are on because it's Saturday night. Many people will probably be streaming out now, but
Tim, you said you're over by
Maybe
the
it's
Alabama
weather.
Mississippi line
Yes, ma'am. We're about 30
around
miles
Atmore.
north of Mobile.
So around
No, ma'am, we're
Atmore.
closer. We're just south of, correction, we're just north of Mobile. So have you
Okay.
heard of Centinel, Alabama?
Yeah, Citronelle. Yeah, I know where that is.
We're
That's the
close
only
to
city in
Cincinnati.
Alabama that don't get
look
mosquitoes.
at DC said.
Hackers.
I actually went through there going or close to the turnoff anyway, going to Gulf Shores one year.
Yes, ma'am.
When I lived in Mississippi, not when I lived here.
Sharon says the bees love to eat peppermints. I guess bees do like to eat peppermints. I've never tried it. I need to try it. I need to do that just to see how it'll work. I
Well,
bet
I'm
it.
gonna tell you in the spring when I put them in, within about 2 days they were gone.
We have some like stick peppermints that you eat. I don't know.
Same.
Like stick peppermints isn't. I don't know if it.
Break them up and
We used those too, Grayson. I was using those soft ones to start with because I had them, and they really went through those fast.
I can go get
Um,
the show if you
but I
want.
got the peppermint sticks and just broke them up and just threw them down there in the bottom, and I put some up on the frames, and they seem to last a little bit longer than the soft ones for sure.
Well, I'll
You
go.
got to get them big peppermint candies about inch in
Yeah,
diameter.
for real. Get your hacksaw and saw them up.
Just buy
No.
one of them long sticks that you can get at Christmas time.
Yeah, yeah,
That are this big around.
Then you got to take a hacksaw and cut them. Or,
yeah. Cut them. Put about a 12-inch piece in there and let them go.
Get a pipe cutter and cut them.
right.
I know come spring I'll be putting peppermints in again next year because they
Mhm.
did seem to work.
Yep.
You right about that? Yes, sir. From here on out.
It worked for you too, didn't it, Tim?
DC said the sticks have more.
Lord,
I guess,
yes, sir.
peppermint oil.
Oh, do they? I didn't know that.
He actually melted his down and made like a candy.
I
bar.
saw that.
It'd be my luck.
He
I'd
was
burn
dehydrating them.
it down. The only concern that hasn't, and this was brought up to me by somebody that says he doesn't like using essential oils in the colony because he's afraid that the essential oils have such a strong smell that it'll mask the brood pheromone in the brood cells.
I don't know. I used essential oils in mine all, from the very beginning up until the Apis biologics. And they did great with them.
Well, I brought that up. I went to Blythewood Bee Company today, and I brought that up to them. He said, "Well, how's it different than our feeding stimulant?" I said, "Well, that's it. Yours is a feeding stimulant. This is a feeding supplement. If you look at the back of your product, it has thymol in it, but everything else in there is an essential oil or a sugar compound or an emulsifier to keep all the oils mixed in with the water. Where Apis Biologics is actual nutrition compounds to help with the bee itself. I don't know. I haven't seen any scientific studies on what the effects of essential oils are actually on bees, other than like lemongrass oil. They like the smell of it, so it brings them to the feed. So I don't know, honestly.
This was just like a stimulant. It wasn't really a supplement because the recipe that I used was on Carolina, I think it's Carolina bees, and it had wintergreen and
Spearmint.
tea tree. No, you could use either spearmint or wintergreen, but it had tea tree oil and wintergreen and lemongrass.
I think that's the same thing that Barnyard Bees was using in there.
And this mixes up. I made a half a gallon of it at a time. So, I mean, the amount that you're mixing up is very, very dilute. I mean, you can still smell it. Don't get me wrong. You can smell it, but it doesn't. I mean, I didn't see any detrimental effects from it.
I believe this is the recipe I got from Barnyard Bees, David, but I can't remember if I altered this or not, or if it's the exact same.
I can't see it. Let me see.
Try to zoom in a little bit for y'all.
I don't remember him. You might have altered it because I don't remember him saying anise oil.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I didn't use
or lavender either.
I didn't use lavender and I didn't use anise, and I only used wintergreen or spearmint.
Yeah.
But that's probably close to it. But like I said, I would mix up like a cup of it and then dilute it in a half a gallon of water.
Yeah, this is actually what it looks like whenever you make it. And
Yeah.
put the blender on high for like 5 minutes. You'll
Yep.
take 1 teaspoon of that to a gallon of water.
Now, will that separate it all, or
No.
will it always?
That's
No.
last year, and it's still all mixed together, and it don't have
As long as you put it in the blender, the blender will emulsify it. Now some of them call for glycerin to go in it to use as an emulsifier, but I didn't. I just put it all in a blender.
Grayson, have you finished
I'm
your
dropping
homework
you.
assignment yet? What's an emulsifier?
Sorry to say that I didn't finish it.
All right, so you're going to be banned end from the show until you email me that you've researched emulsifier after this.
Oh,
I've
that's
been
funny.
so busy. I forgot.
That's one emulsifier that you can use. I've bought it, but I hadn't done anything
I
with
gotta
it.
look it up though and research about that. I've been
You know, all that stuff is, I don't know. It supposedly was working because at that time, I think we were all grasping at straws, trying to figure out what to do for our bees.
Yeah.
I do know the tea tree oil was supposed to be sort of a antibacterial gut cleaner for the bees, and you weren't going to have nosema in the springtime and that kind of stuff.
Now, I
Right.
didn't use it this year. I used it a little bit last year just to try it, but to me, it did seem to try to induce a little bit of robin.
You know, when you put lemongrass in there, it will.
Yep, lemongrass caused it.
Mama's mead.
Hey.
You know, it's just like Honeybee Healthy. You pay out, and you know, I used to buy that years ago, and it got up to over $100 and something a gallon. And I said, you know, forget it. And what did it do? It didn't really do anything.
Honeybee Healthy is the same thing, right? It's a bunch of
just a bunch of lemongrass and everything else.
But not really. Is there anything in there that's been proven to be beneficial, like scientifically proven as beneficial to
nothing?
So
all that stuff is more or less snake oil per se.
Like DC said here, it'll mess your blender up. So if you do even plan on trying it, I would suggest going to Walmart and buying a cheap $10 blender.
I went to the local, what do you call it, new to me store. Because that stuff there, that tea tree oil and all that, it will eat up the rubber.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it definitely.
It'll eat up plastic too. I've used one mixer, one of the containers, and that's all I use it for because that tea tree oil will eat up that plastic.
Yeah. I had a set of measuring plastic spoons. You can't even read the graduation that were
melted it all down.
They just melted the sucker down big time. So I got rid of all. I quit all that stuff.
So an emulsifier, what it does is it allows oils to mix with water. It helps suspend it in there. So it's just a fancy word. So it's trying to stump you. It's trying to get you to have to Google something, but you failed. After a month.
Pull out a dictionary. You do know what a dictionary is, right?
I do.
Yes, it's dictionary.com. That's right.
You just go to Google.
It's not one of those big, thick ones like I had when I was younger.
If you go to Google and just type in a word, if you go to Google, type in any word and then EEF for like short for definition after it, hit enter.
Yep. It should have been that easy when I was growing up.
I remember.
How about encyclopedias? That would be even better.
Yeah, I was about to say, the big dictionary and the full set of encyclopedias.
Yep.
Drake Honey says, "Is it Tuesday?"
Hey,
I have to give William props. He actually did bow hunt a deer, and I told him that if he didn't film it, it didn't happen. But he did film it, and it did happen.
I have.
It was like Phil's video though. It was silent.
Last year, maybe it was last year. I think I was shooting a bow, but I haven't been getting around to that lately. I've been basically working on the bees lately. And once it comes winter, whenever I'm do nothing, I'll do sports like that kind of thing. Not like baseball or anything, like shooting sports, like to shoot firearms or stuff like that. So that's what I usually do. In the winter, whenever I don't got nothing else to do, and then spring, there's nothing really to hunt. So what I'll do is I'll take care of the bees, do my extracting, do the same process every year.
Surprised Mike hadn't popped in here.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Rodney says something about National Geographic here.
Why
y'all talking?
I like that channel a lot.
I'm going to pull something up.
It's a magazine.
I like that channel a lot.
They do have a channel. They do have a channel.
I need to watch some stuff on there, and I've never done it because I've been looking at all the bee channels lately. I haven't been looking at science channels.
I was cleaning out this house to tear down, and I found a huge cardboard box of my brother-in-law's National Geographics, from the 70s and the 80s, and my nephew came up and got them, thankfully. But yeah, they're periodicals, they're magazines before it was a channel.
While y'all talking
Our
about that, I'm
magazine
gonna
was
try to pull
$20.
something up and show y'all.
I was gonna try to pull up a short little clip, of what I've accomplished in the beard, but I got to take a picture of that. I don't have anything, I guess.
Yeah, Rodney's talking about the magazine.
See if I can real quick. Oh, I guess I might have to share screen or something. Let's see. Let's see if I can. Here you go. If I accidentally hop off, oops. Let me see. I don't really want to hear my voice.
Okay, let me pull this here up. I got this.
Oh. Okay, here you go.
If you look at the top of this window here, you can see that's National Geographic's website. Can you?
Yep. Barely, but yep.
Barely, but www.nationalgeographic.com.
Yep. Photo of the day. See that photo right there?
Is that
That's
your
your
photo?
house?
That's Oak Alley Plantation, about 45 minutes from me. If you look under that photograph
By Lee Quimby.
is by me.
Look at you.
Now is that where what was the movie?
Forrest Gump.
Huh?
They had a couple movies filmed there, but I don't remember which ones it was.
It wasn't.
I think Forrest Gump was filmed there.
Was it
Oh,
Forrest Gump or Gone with the
I've
Wind?
watched that movie millions of times.
How about Gone with the Wind?
I know there was a couple done there. I just don't remember which ones. But yeah, I got photo of the day from National Geographic for that picture.
Beautiful
It's
picture.
pretty good in no live oaks, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah, DC, I wish that was my house.
He could have that house if he didn't buy all this fancy schmancy technology he's got.
This says he's in the backstage.
All right, look who we got. We got Beekeeping Junior.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Vincent. How you
Hello.
doing?
Very good. How are you doing?
Doing great. Are you like in the room right next to your brothers?
I think
Yeah.
so. Let me do something real quick. I gotta.
You know, there's an easier way. You could just like pull up a chair next to your brother. That works as well.
Yeah, so
Not the same, Bob. It's not the same.
Sorry, I had to mute. My dog was
license
going
were
nuts.
inside. Just over there.
My kids were the same way. They'd be playing video games online in different rooms on different Xboxes. It's like, you guys can't play on the same Xbox? Oh no, we gotta be on different streams.
So they can chat with each other.
Not,
They-
not
Yeah,
Rodney.
talk face to face.
Or they'll
Rodney,
be sitting
I
next to
wish.
each other on the couch, texting each other. But so, Tim, what you got next for your bees? What you got going on?
We got to get in them. We ain't been in them in a couple weeks. Just been life, really. But just ain't had no time to get in nobody. But the main thing is really want to see how this apis is going. Doing good. Storing. They're picking up on a little bit more before we go in for the hard winter.
How many colonies do you have, Tim?
We got 11 right now, buddy.
11. Oh, that's right.
Yep.
That's
Hold
a good number.
We're about to have an incoming guest.
Uh-oh.
DC said that's how the kids connect, but
Mike must be on his way in.
you think about it, that's how we
Hey,
connect.
Mike.
All right. All right. Now my eyes can adjust appropriately.
How
You guys
doing?
do too much.
You can start coming on with the ball cap or something soon.
That would be good. Hey, Tex. Hey, y'all.
Hey, Mike, did you see
Oh, good,
where
Mike.
for the Hive Life conference that Apis Biologics is having a global patty made for the conference?
No, I think I missed that. That's interesting.
So it's a Hive Life conference special thing. So it's available for pre-order there.
Okay.
So they're going to be having the global patties made with the Apis Biologics already mixed in. So it will be available on a pollen patty for a limited time only.
Did you
Isn't
guys?
that Apis from Canada or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Canadian.
Yeah.
Well, they're
So
not buying it for me to put in there. They're shipping it directly from Apis to to Global Patty, and then Global Patty's going to make it. So,
oh man.
DC said he wants some.
well, I'm thinking about, and I don't know how to do this because it's so far time wise away. If I put up a pre-order, or I would probably have to do a list of people that wanted it that can't go to the conference, and then buy it at the conference and then ship it out. So,
okay.
no, that's not. That's going through Apis himself. Well, because both Global Patty and Apis are in Canada, so it makes more sense to do it that way. Plus, Cayman knows the people at Global Patty, so I think he's the guy that's actually facilitated the whole thing.
We're probably gonna try to go. Maybe try to buy tickets this week sometime. I'm gonna talk to her mom about that. She
You
didn't
better
have.
hurry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. That's what I'm gonna
Don't
try
be
to do.
trying, be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow, I'm gonna tell her you should go ahead and buy them. If you don't, they're gonna be all sold out. And
I know if you do the ticket without meals, it's $155.
I saw that. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I still gotta figure it out.
Well,
If you don't
hopefully
eat
you ask your mom quicker than you do your homework assignments, because that was a big fail on that homework assignment.
Emulsifier was a couple of weeks ago.
It was a long time ago. It was like the first time he came on our streams.
Just tell your mom she can sell a couple more. Crib skirts or something like that. I think isn't that what she does?
That's what she does.
Crib
Yeah.
skirts?
Doing.
Yeah,
baby bedding.
his mom came up and I went to her website and they do all kinds of baby type stuff.
Oh, okay.
I help her sometimes.
I
Does
ain't
she
gonna
make
lie,
that stuff or she just buy and
used
sell?
to.
She's making it.
Making homemade.
It's
I ain't
homemade.
gonna lie. I used
I mean,
to.
it's some fancy looking stuff.
It definitely is.
Use what, Lee?
I said I ain't gonna lie. I used to sew. My niece just called me today. She's
It's a
wanting to buy
good
all my
skill to know.
She's wanting to buy all my old sewing equipment.
I'll go out there and help her sometimes. Then
I got
other than
three.
that, I'll be doing something different outside, or I'll be out in the yard. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I got 3 sewing machines, an embroidery machine, a 4-thread serger, and a 5-thread serger.
Really?
Yep.
Just more toys.
Yep. But I'm getting ready to get rid of all of it. My niece, she's wanting to get into sewing, so she says she has a 92-year-old lady that lives by her that's going to teach her how.
Cool.
I said I got the equipment for you.
Do you have an embroidery machine?
Yep.
You do?
Yep.
Wow.
That's what I'm selling my niece.
Yeah, my daughter's got one for sale. It's a brother.
I got the Singer Futura Quartet 6700, if that means anything to you.
You wouldn't happen to have a treadle, would you?
Nope. Well, be honest, I got one in the backyard that needs rebuilt. It was my great grandmother's.
Oh, wonderful.
The whole top of it got ruined, but all the mechanics still work. The rubber, basically I guess you'd say the belt needs to be replaced too.
Yeah,
leather belt.
Leather.
Yep, but I do still have one of them. That was my great grandmother's.
Wonderful.
I've got one of the first electric ones.
They used to sell a conversion kit for the old treadle ones to go electric.
Mm-hmm.
See, Mike,
So
my
uncle.
Go ahead, Grammy. Sorry.
My grandmother was a seamstress, and my uncle re-engineered her treadle to electric, and that's what she used to sew everything on.
So my grandma's, you actually had to pump it to get going, but it was electric.
Mm-hmm.
And then when things got really hard, then she would use it.
Are you talking about one of those?
Yeah.
I got one of them sitting over there, a Singer.
I'm going to bring up a picture here that I had. I'm going to bring up a picture that I had to send my niece today of something that I had made.
I had to fix
my cousin has my other grandmother's Singer treadle.
Oh, those are treasures. Say, did you
They're
guys see how
pretty.
many? Oh, very nice.
That's a quilt that I
Nice.
made for my old lady. They
Hmm
got the
Wonderful.
interlocking squares.
Wow.
Wow.
Somebody must have to
Very
be.
pretty.
That's
I'm beginning to
three.
think Lee's got more toys than
That's
we're done.
328 little 5-inch squares to make that.
Wow. That
hmm
must be. Somebody must have to be real skilled to do that.
Real bored.
That's some good patience,
Probably
man.
thinking,
It took a long time, but she was wanting something, so I said, I'll make you one.
There you go. Did you guys see how many swarms that Rodney got? It's 40 this year.
40. That's not bad.
I wonder
Next
where
year,
that.
I'm hoping to catch some more swarms next year. I'm gonna. I said it. I don't know. Maybe it was last Tuesday. I was gonna put on Facebook, like we're bee catchers or something. Try to catch swarms and then do splits, expand some more. Like I was saying earlier, maybe try to queen rear next year. Like just attempt to and get good at it. Maybe sell stuff. Thinking different ways to
Well, I was wondering where Rodney put them all.
probably
yard or resold them.
I've never asked that before. So, by the way, Mr. Gunline, can you calm down a little bit?
Tim's amped up. He's like in. This is like he's on the Apis tonight. I saw him smile once.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Hey,
Everybody
just
keeps
looking through
cutting
my-
out. I don't know if it's the weather or what, so I'm just catching bits and pieces.
It may be StreamYard. It's been acting up.
hmm
I was
Well, I
just looking
know-
through my pictures from the other night. This is Thursday night when we had to walk our youngest one on the football field for senior night.
Wow.
Yeah, he just turned 18. He's about 6'3", 225
Bigger
pounds.
than you, Lee.
Yeah.
Holy
How
smokes.
tall are
Yeah.
you? Lee? You're like 6'1", 6'2",
I'm 6 foot.
6 foot.
I would be about 6'3" if my back was straight. I got scoliosis, so I mean it is all curved.
I'm like 5 something. I'm about
Yeah.
taller than my mama.
The next year or so, you'll probably shoot right on up.
Definitely.
Of course, I thought my son would have shot up because I'm 6'2.5", and no, he got the short gene. My girls are taller than he is, so
My grandson that I bought the bee suit for, I'm going to have to buy him another one. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
just got that one in July.
How
Are
old
you
is
out
he?
of it already?
Yeah, he went like from a size 5 to an 8 just over the summer.
Hey, they grow quick.
He's it's like, holy cow. And I bought the bee suit kind of big.
Lisa, how old is he?
He is 6.
Oh, wow.
And he loves getting in those bees with me.
It'd be cheaper to buy him a full-size suit and a roll of duct tape to duct tape it around his arms and ankles.
You know, I actually thought about just getting like an adult extra small or something and doing that. And that way, at least it'll grow with him some. I don't know. The extra small may not be big enough around for him either. Eventually, he's an eater.
Wow. Hey, speaking of swarms here, real quick, we've got an area up in kind of like north central Minnesota, and it's isolated. In fact, I think it's tribal land, and nobody uses it. And a friend of mine goes bear hunting up there, and when they're up there in the summer, he said, "You wouldn't believe all the honeybees up there." So these are just bees existing out in the forest that not near anything. And we're going to take some swarm traps and put them up there this spring just to see what the heck they are.
Cool.
Yeah. Just
Are you just using nuke boxes, like a double nuke, or what are you using?
I have no idea. I mean, I've got so many supers here that Vince and I made over the winter. I have no idea. That's really a good question. But I'd like to put about, 4 or 5 of them up there. And I'm thinking that they might have to be a little bit bigger in case we can't make it up there for 2 months.
Right.
But, if you guys got any suggestions on that. Oh, one other thing, too. They got to be at a pretty decent height because of all the bear.
Mm.
Well, bears can climb trees, so
Yeah,
Oh,
true.
absolutely. So I don't really have a good answer one way or another. But
Now, can you put the nail spiked boards on the ground under it and keep them away from a lower one? And that way you don't have to climb ladders, anything like that at a later time.
that's doable. And I know the guys have got some um, hunting stands up there, so we might even just put them on the hunting stands. I have no idea. But we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting to see what the way the bear are this spring, because they are so well fed this year. The chestnuts and everything. I mean, they're fat. They're not coming to the baiting stations at all. So my friend just packed it up, and came home. So how they're going to come through the winter, it's the bear might come out hungry as I'll get out. Anyways, I don't know anything about bear hunting.
all right. I got a question for you, wonderful bee minds here in the chat and on the stream. So, my chestnut yard that I had that didn't do too good.
Aren't they? Don't they have all spikes all over them?
They're really spiky. All those little spikes.
You talking about chestnut trees or chestnut plants?
Well, trees. They're
Okay.
tiny
I
chestnuts.
saw chestnuts. They're like these round things with like all these spikes on them.
Yep.
Those are gumballs.
Yeah, they fall off the tree and break open. And then
The deer love them.
Oh, okay.
You love them.
Well, I had a bee yard in a chestnut grove earlier in the year, right? That was kind of experimental. I didn't get them out there early. It was kind of like somebody came to buy honey and they're like, "Oh, could you bring some bees over?" And their chestnuts this season, for the first time, won the blue ribbon in the state fair.
Wonderful.
So they're excited about me bringing bees back. However, at this point, I'm not that excited to bring bees back because none of those colonies that went over there made it.
Well, maybe if you bring just a couple nukes like you did this year, but bring them a little bit earlier, maybe.
And bring them strong, full strength when I bring them would be the catch.
Bob, do they spray those?
They don't spray the chestnuts, but the problem is it's within 2 miles from the strawberry fields.
Oh,
They do spray.
They find fungicides at night. So I think that's what, and I didn't get them over there early enough. So I think if I get them out there early enough and maybe just keep them out there for maybe a couple months and then bring them home, that might be a remedy to it. But I need to get those colonies strong right out of the gate instead of, I took them over there weak in hopes they would build up. And so I'm thinking about trying it again next year. We'll see.
When do the chestnuts bloom?
When I took them over there, they had the tendrils hanging on the trees. But it was like they were starting to stop, right? At that point. So there wasn't that much time for them to start growing. So I took wheat colonies over because I really didn't know how they would do with the strawberry fields, because I felt like they would go to the strawberry plants first, right? I see you found some guys to offset Mike's old age. Yeah, you were the youngest guy that was coming on the show, William, and you haven't been on in months. So
that's true. Hey, did you find any dead bees right in front of those hives?
No.
So I'm wondering if they, if they were poisoned.
There's a picture here I was going to show real quick.
Were they dead when you picked them up, Bob, or were they dead once you got them home?
They were just gone.
They were gone.
Just like abscond?
Like an abscond?
Yeah. I mean, they never got strong enough to really.
Yeah. Okay.
They had beetle problems and all kinds of stuff over there. So it was
I've had a couple of hives abscond from that kind of stuff. Who is it? Planting chestnuts for 15 years now. So I'm seeing a first nut. So one of the veterans that I mentor through the Hives for Heroes program, he's northern Minnesota here, and he plans to make a chestnut orchard or what, a grove. and
I
that's
got
one of the reasons that he's getting the bees, getting into bees.
I
And
got
I
a
think he's gonna.
picture here
Hey,
of our.
Grayson, people are
Okay.
talking, man. Wait your turn, brother.
Oh, sorry.
Hold on, we're talking. We'll show your picture in a second. Hold on.
Go ahead, Mike.
No, and he had done some research into it, and apparently the pollinating bees make a bigger crop, and that's just it. I was wondering if Three Boys Bees, and I apologize, I can't remember your name. I'm so bad at names, but have you seen your chestnuts flower up there? So that's all. I'm done. What's your picture there, Grayson? It better be Batman.
It's a picture
Better
of
be Batman.
this is the current what our BR looks like. I still have it looks a little better now than what you see here, but this is just you don't have to play a video. This is just what it currently looks like. I still got I cleaned up a little better. I'll take another picture of what it currently looks like, but this is just what it looks like at the time like a few weeks ago.
I do
The,
like your hive stands.
what do you say?
So I like
Oh
your
yeah,
hive
those are wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see how
Hey, Vincent, Grayson, what kind of pine trees are those?
I think
thought it was. I think it's Southern longleaf pine.
that's what they're called.
Norway?
You can see them right here. You see them; they're everywhere.
Yeah.
looks like my yard.
Did you say Norway pine?
No, they're long leaf.
Yeah, he was saying
longleaf.
southern longleaf.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry.
The punch for me, the punch straw does do good for the smoker, so I don't mind having them around. They be in the spring, summer. The pollen on them, they like the pollen on the punch
Are
straw.
those leaf stands?
Yeah, our cars are yellow that time of year.
They are in the spring. They do a lot of allergies. That's the only thing I don't like about them.
Yes.
Oh, Grayson.
Well,
So I
allergies,
live.
but I really like them for the bees. That's the only thing I really like them for.
Oh
But
yeah, when those pine
I don't
trees
like them for
jump it.
allergies.
Yeah.
I think
You
we
know, the
need.
minute an F1 tornado comes through your yard and slams the top of one against your house, you'll chop them down, I promise you.
Mhm. I like a pine tree, just nowhere near my home.
I think we need to see a YouTube video
Earthworms,
with
invasive species.
Grayson as Batman and Vincent as Robin working their bees in their bee yard for Halloween.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, guys, you got a challenge there. Even Charlie's getting a chuckle out of that
Yeah,
one.
you got a mask and a veil and gloves and the costume, so
Matter of fact, isn't Robin's last name is Grayson, isn't it?
Dick Grayson.
Dick Grayson.
I think so.
I didn't know that.
Like here in Tennessee, I'm hoping to get truffles to grow on them. Truffles don't grow on them. You mean under them? No tassels yet, but I have trees that look. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you might
yeah,
have
they
something.
grow in the roots of the trees.
Looks like somebody left. Two left.
Charlie.
Call somebody.
Charlie.
Charlie.
I could say there was somebody left.
StreamYard is like acting crazy.
Probably how many?
Lisa, where I live, it's the last old stand of white pine in this part of the state. And yeah, when the needles come down, you can't see the street. When the pollen comes down, and it's just when it's starting to get warm enough, throw the air conditioner on. And we did have you literally could not see the sky here. In 83, we had a tornado come through, and I've seen the aerial photos of it. You couldn't see a house, a road, or anything. And yeah, so Bob, your yard there, a friend of mine's got one about half that size, and it took out 23 trees. That's how thick the trees were. But the between the pollen needles, it's a nuisance. I'm sorry to ramble about that. It's just beautiful. I love them. That's all.
I would rather deal with pine needles than I would all the stinking leaves that big oak tree in my front yard leaves.
I've got 8 pecans and 1 oak.
We have oaks like little down our driveway because we have like a long driveway, like a few oak trees, but we don't have any around our house.
Grayson, how much property is that? Do you have there? I thought you said 70 acres or something like
40
that.
40
acres.
40 acres.
Wow.
We live on our granddad's land.
Wonderful. Lisa, what did you say your other trees were?
He was in here.
I have about 7 or 8 pecans.
Oh, wonderful.
And
Oh
this
my
is the year they're making. I have one that my granddad planted that's probably, I don't know when he planted it. I want to say it was back in the 40s. And the nuts are not filling out real good on it. Now, the other pecans are the smaller ones. I think my dad called them Stewart's. And they're small, but they have really good flavor to them. So I've been trying to get the majority of those, but I have fertilized this tree and babied it. I think a lot of it has to do with the water because we didn't get a lot of rain.
Oh yeah, that'll mess you up. I had one of my plum trees that lost half of itself, and it's a 20-year-old plum tree. But
Yeah.
that's a hard one there. Dry cut, William. You've got big oak tree. Do any of you guys have flying squirrels?
I don't think so.
Not flying ones.
Yeah.
They're only flying when I shoot them.
Whenever
Yep.
when I lived an
Squirrels
hour north of where I live now, we had the.
I've been
flying
trying to
squirrels.
shoot them. Every time I see a squirrel, I don't have a gun. Whenever I have a gun, I don't see a squirrel.
They're yard
They
rats.
are eating up some of my pecans.
Like every
Yes.
time we take
Yeah,
trash
yeah,
to the
they'll
road
get
or
into that.
something.
But if you guys have never been around flying squirrels before, that's really interesting. You'll be sitting out at night and you hear them. They don't like. You can hear them crashing through all the branches. It's really just neat. That's all.
I don't know if we have any flying squirrels around here. I know we haven't.
Normal squirrels, but
We have the little gray squirrels. I think they're called
I've been trying to
foxtail
shoot
or
some.
something.
I shoot them with a real shotgun, and sometimes I'll try to shoot them with a pellet gun, but that never works.
Oh, Larry
Yeah.
might have got some there. Okay.
I've only shot a squirrel once with a pellet gun, but he got away because my dog came in there and scared the squirrel, and the squirrel I actually can't really remember it yet. I was just there looking at the squirrel. He was on the ground. Prince comes in. Somehow the squirrel just goes over my head, and I don't know where it goes next.
We have flying squirrels and chipmunks. Wonderful.
I'm gonna show this video one more time because
usually when I see squirrels, they're on the ground and there's a tree right next to it. And when I approach, it just goes up the tree and then it's
They always do that. They're just, I guess it's because that's how they are. They're
I also did it
there's
too.
something else that I know about. Crows. They are like real smart.
Mm-hmm. They have good memories.
Every time I try to quietly approach them, they fly off. They go into a tree. Look.
They're good to have around if you got chickens.
I'm gonna show this video one more time for people that I don't think Lisa was on, and I know Mike wasn't on.
Yeah.
We have the Apis biologics Canada.
All right, so this is Cayman. Can you hear it?
Nope, need a sound.
No, I clicked the thing. I did click it. Hold on. Gosh.
Yeah, I saw the tail end of it.
Unmute. That works. Now
Oh crap! I see what's going on here. Sorry about the noise, guys.
Hi, it's Cayman Reynolds, and I've got something crazy going on, crazier than usual. At the Hive Life Conference, we're going to try to get a semi-load or close to it of global patties. They're, in my opinion, the best patty out there. I tried them out this year with a couple other types. They're consumed the fastest. The bees like them more. It's pretty obvious. And these are going to be even better than what I tried out in the spring and in the summer because they're going to have what we like to call Canadian rocket fuel. Apis Biologics makes this product, and it really stands alone as the best product out there for honeybees as far as nutrition goes. They have studied and mimicked pollen and mimicked nectar, and the stuff that they have in here with the ratios is just truly a cut above the average supplement, which a lot of times leaves us scratching our heads going, is this really doing anything? This stuff targets the hypopharyngeal gland, which is what creates royal jelly, worker jelly, and all of the things that our bees need to be able to produce pheromones properly, jelly properly, all of these things that are so critical and happen in such a short period of time in the bee short lifespan. So these are going to be the most cool patties that you can get at the best price that you can get as well. We're going to be able to get these for like $1.40 a piece without pollen. If you get the 4% pollen content, it's going to be a little bit more. It's going to be about $1.62. And then if there's 15% pollen content, and all of these have this in there as well, then it's going to be around $2 a pound. However, that's counting if we have to pay shipping. So if we can get a semi-load or close to it and get the shipping waived, we'll be able to drop that price even more. So if you go online right now and look at how much it's going to cost you to get 10 pounds, 20 pounds of pollen patties, it's going to be a pretty good amount, and they're not going to be as good as these, absolutely. So I'm going to leave a link down below where you can look at it and see if you want to order 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 100 pounds. There are some companies that are actually going to be stocking this. One of them is buying 3 pallets of this already. So we do have some help from the companies who are going to take this and sell it at their stores. And they're going to be able to have great margins because they can't get a pallet or 2 for this price either. We have forklift access at the conference. So if you're wanting a lot of it and need help loading it up, we've got the crew members to help you. We got the equipment to help you. But hey, if you're a hobby beekeeper and you just want 10 pounds, then we still have you covered. You still get the same price and get to save money and give your bees the best nutrition you can. So check it out below. Comment below if you have any questions. And this is all very tentative still. We're going to see what we can do. I'll keep you posted. If we can get enough people to make this order work, then we're all going to benefit from it. If not, we're not taking any money right now. So we're just going to contact you all afterwards. So leave your email and stuff below. And if it works out, we'll send you an email and say, hey, this is how much we're going to have for you. Take it at the conference at this time, and you'll save money. Your bees will be healthier. And we'll get to support a company, actually multiple companies, that really care about honeybees and have to do it right because this is all they do. They can't support themselves on 200 products because all they do is 1 or 2 things. They have to do it at a very high level. So thanks for watching this video. We'll see you at the Hive Life conference, and join us in buying some crazy pollen patties with some Canadian rocket fuel.
Huh. Okay.
So
Very cool.
that is very cool. And
So when are you going to start selling the pollen patties, Bob?
that's the whole thing. It's just a Hive Life,
Oh,
a Hive Life thing. So it's
one
kind of
and
a
done.
trial run to see how they sell. If there's a need, if people want them, then it might go forward after that. So,
Cool.
but anyway, that was the thing that came and did, and it's an unlisted video, so he only posted it in his in the social media for Hive Life on Facebook.
Oh, no kidding. I was wondering why I hadn't seen it before.
And let me see, copy the link. Well, I did some wow, that's a long link. I did some math. Some maths, if you will. Man, did that really post up like 2 posts for 1 link?
Yep.
Huh.
That's insane.
Wow.
All right, let's try this link. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, if you click on the first
That's
one.
the longest link I've ever seen.
Let's try, and it does it for this too. Let's see if it does too.
It does, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
did it do it twice? It did do it twice.
Yep.
All right, forget about it. That was actually, but when I did it earlier, it didn't do 2 things. That was the pre-order link for the pollen patties. I don't know why it did it like that. Let me do it differently. Here, I can.
So is he only doing pre-orders?
Yeah, so
That link's humongous.
they're doing pre-orders to see how many they can get, right? If they
How
can
much
sell it-
interest?
yeah, if they can do the trailer load, then they're not going to have to pay shipping to get it to the Hive Life conference.
And that's the
Right.
number one thing that kills you in buying pollen patties is the weight.
Sure.
So the thing is that some of the viewers aren't going to, some people in Texas and California, they're not going to the Hive Life conference, or, DC out in Washington and Oregon and out that way, they're not going. So what I might do is do a separate one for people that want to buy it, and then I'll do a pre-order, and then I'll just order it and pick it up and ship it once I get it. Because I did the math on if Cayman is correct from when I talked to him, there's like 200 boxes to a pallet, which is like $4,000 if you're getting the 15% pollen. on there. So, yeah, it's going to be expensive. So, and I mean, do I have a need for a pallet of pollen patties? No. Not personally, I don't. So if I'm not,
No. And then if you were to sell them, I mean, the shipping would kill you.
well, I mean, you're looking at 10 pounds. I mean, it's probably a regular size, so the shipping would be substantial. But even so, if you're buying it at $20 or $21 for 10 pounds, that's half the price of what Man Lakes is.
Yeah, DC, a lot of us over on this side of the country are driving. It's only like a 7 or 8 hour drive for me.
Yeah, it's 5 hours for me.
11 to 12 hours for me.
Yeah, I
So,
think,
if you take a big SUV or a truck, you can get the stuff and bring it home. I mean, I probably won't be getting any woodenware except maybe some lids, but I mean, I just bought a bunch of stuff not long ago.
I'm about to get out of here, but thanks for having me on.
Yep, thank you
Y'all
for
have a
coming.
good one.
I'll be live tomorrow at the same time. I had to switch days due to family plans on Monday, so just wanted to give everybody a heads up for that. They'll be
Well, when
tomorrow.
we see the notification, we'll come hopping in.
And y'all are welcome to come on if you want to. If you can't, no worries. I will drop a link in the live chat during it. So, but thanks for having me on. I'll see all of y'all later.
All right,
Good
see you
night,
later.
Grayson.
Good night. See all of y'all later.
Good night.
You hanging out, Vincent, or are you going with him?
I'm gonna hang out for just a little bit longer.
Okay.
Vincent, how old are you?
10.
Oh, wow.
A decade, sir. A decade.
I can't remember that far.
All right. So it's getting, the kids are starting to go to bed, so it's time to break the meat out.
I was about to ask you what's in the cup.
Oh, my goodness me.
That is monster. But not for long.
Oh my gosh.
Now it's mead.
But notice he got even bigger cup tonight than he
No.
did last time.
It's going to be not all the way full. I'm not taking a Grammy-sized glass.
That's why you need the little one.
There you go. That's plenty.
Bob, get
Yeah,
rid
but
of
you
the cup.
see what mine says. You see what it says?
More awesome,
Or,
please.
well,
That's great.
oh, wow. Okay, that's lovely.
Bob,
This
just
is
get
what-
rid of the cup and use the jug.
I just dip it back.
That's later. That's after the decade olders have to go.
That's
Vincent
when
has
that's
a
when
video
everybody starts
on-
getting discounts.
God, that gets like stronger every week.
Does it make a noise whenever you undo the cap?
Yeah.
It still has pressure then.
It is getting stronger every week.
Or it's still permanent?
Literally.
Well,
Yeah.
so these pollen patties, Mike, for 10 pounds is $20.80.
Really?
Yeah, that's the discount. There's basically no markup in it.
But that's for the ones with a 15% too, correct?
That's the 15%. The 4% is $16.20. And
Excuse me.
the thing is, here's my dilemma. So if I do a pre-order and I go up there and pick them up, then and bring them back and ship them, I can't sell them for what I bought them for. That doesn't make much sense, right? I mean, there would have to be some kind of profit to make it worth even doing. So
Makes me wonder what their manufacturing cost is.
I don't know, but I know that Apis has to provide the Apis biologics to go in them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, and that's all Global does is make patties for people. So, I mean, Hive Alive's patties come from there as well.
And Sharon, is that for all of us on here that the video is out of sync?
Probably just me because that's how I roll.
That's probably just we lost Vincent.
That's the mead. The mead is making my lips move and the sound come after.
Look like one of the old Chinese movies, huh?
It's probably StreamYard, but on StreamYard it's in sync.
Yeah, everything looks good right now when we talking, at least for us, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not having any problems here. could sell them for 20% less than you bought them for.
Could sell them for, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine here too. Tex is saying that, yeah, I'm not having any problem here. Sharon, all of you. Huh.
That might be you then.
I'm trying to look over here at the live that's going on the side, but I can't tell without turning audio on. Then y'all get a loop.
DC, you'll like the global patties because they use real bee pollen in there. So you have the no pollen patty, which is basically just a pollen sub like Man Lake's pollen sub or Bee Pro or something like that.
Ultra B.
Ultra B, yep. And then you've got the ones with pollen content. So, well, hey, Matt, glad you could see me again. That's
hello. You're getting fancy there, Mr. Lee.
Fancy schmancy bottle.
I've been having that one. I bought that the same time I got the one with a skull in it.
Oh my gosh. And Maddie's on here too. Man, Matt, I was looking at your wife's leek soup recipe and it just drove me nuts, man. I haven't had a good leek French soup in I don't know how long. It's he said he accidentally hit the exit button.
Oh, who? Vince?
Somebody.
Well,
yeah, I've been thinking about ordering another one, Blaine, and sending it to Bob, get him engraved for me.
You might need to send me like 2 because one will have to be the trial one, right?
I'll
end up with a crooked logo on it. Like,
I'll send you 3 of them.
That's my mead glass because the logo is crooked.
Well, or was you drinking mead when you did it and you were a little crooked?
There you go. There you go. Nailed it, Lee.
I'll send you 3 of them, Bob. One to test on and play with, one for me, and then one for you.
Well, you guys have been driving me nuts with all this, and I finally ordered some Levin yeast. I have some of their other stuff there, but I like that Levin EC118. Matt's wife is a good cook too,
and Matt is okay too.
Wouldn't that be a little bit of that, Mike?
Yeah, that's it. And the wonderful thing about that is that it produces not that much sulfur compared to some of the other yeasts. And I've actually I pushed that yeast, and I've gotten that doggone. Okay, what's the red one?
Red Star.
Yeah. Okay. Red Star. What?
I got 2 different ones. Let me. Actually,
yeah. Okay.
I got another one around here.
I've actually pushed that yeast to close to 20%.
I know the Lavalin 18.
Yeah, it's EC118.
Yeah, I got the Red Star Premier Classique.
Oh, never used that.
And the Red Star Premier Rogue.
Huh. Well, I've been out of that for too long. That's fine. And Lisa, you like your wine, don't you?
Yeah. I'm not a big wine drinker, but I like my mead.
Oh yeah. So Dustin, the vet I mentioned, he's a young guy. He's about 35. He found out if he takes creamed honey, he can mix that in with whiskey. And if he tries just pouring regular honey in there, it kind of sinks to the bottom. Have you guys ever run into that or tried that?
Mm-mm. No, but I have heard of people soaking their cappings when they uncap their honey in like bourbon or vodka or any kind of alcohol.
Really?
Yes. But I did make some creamed honey and it turned out really good. I'm going to try some more.
Yeah, mead is dangerously good there, Sharon. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That other one was the Lavalin D47.
Yeah.
Like a 14%.
Okay. Yeah, no, the Levin EC118 is it's really good as far as like knocking the sulfur down.
Yeah, it's showing an 18% and low foaming for the 1118.
Yeah, and if you do a secondary fermentation, you can get up to 20.
There's a page of yeast.
I love it.
Another page of yeast.
Oh my
Another
gosh.
page of yeast.
Lee's got a yeast infection.
I can help you with that, Lee.
Ooh,
that is what I do.
Oh my God.
The mead's kicking in.
No, I've only had 2 sips.
Wow. No, anyways.
That stays in my mini fridge down here.
Oh, for crying out loud. Yeah, we are going to do the pineapple mead moonshine.
Oh, that sounds good.
I'm looking to very, very interested in running that. That should be kind of fun. So, well, you know, something I should shoot a video on that. There's enough videos out there, people running stills that I don't think I get in too much trouble.
I think I want to try peach mango. That's my favorite combination in just about anything.
Oh my God.
That would be so good.
The first
next summer I may have to try some.
The first wine I ever made, I decided to do it about 1 o'clock in the morning. The only thing that was open was the Winn-Dixie by where I used to live. So I run up there, and the entire like fruit, vegetable, everything was like empty in there stocking it. The only thing they had out was green apples and kiwi.
Ooh, I bet that was good.
I mixed both of those together. Cut up a whole bunch of green apples, a whole bunch of kiwi, put them in. That's some of the best wine I've made.
Ooh, I bet it was.
It didn't take much, though. It was strong.
I've seen people make wine just out of like ocean spray juice out of the
Yep.
store.
Yep.
Yeah, you can, but it's got some preservatives in it.
I'd say make sure you buy 100% juice with no preservatives. More,
yeah,
more organic.
You can actually ferment canned peaches. They don't have anything in there. Vincent, what was the picture you keep holding up? What are those insects?
I'm looking on a video right now. I think it was, what was it, last Monday? Or maybe it was Tuesday, sometime. I think it was Tuesday when I was explaining drone genetics. I'm looking on a video, and I illustrated something that.
Oh, you drew that?
Wow, that's good.
Wow. You drew those insects.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very proud of you. Like that. I've never seen a grasshopper look like that before.
Grasshopper. He's joking.
I think Mike's been in the mead.
Hard
yes,
cider.
grasshopper.
Yeah.
Man, I start drinking mead and I start sweating over here already.
All right, I'm about to hop off. Thanks for having me on.
All right,
you have a great
Bye,
night.
Vincent.
Bye. Good night.
Check out Vincent's channel. He's got a neat earthworm video that he put out.
I gotta go look at that. That should be fun. Very, very, very nice there. Yeah, DC, I've made some cider. We've made cider. I don't know how long it ended up. I've never done the green apple though, Lee, and that's with the higher acidity. I'd love to do that, but we've always just used Macintosh for whatever reason. But now I'm really curious about that green apples and kiwi.
Yeah, green apple and kiwi. Now the other best one that my dad had made was mango wine.
There you
I
go.
love mango.
Yeah, that was good.
I'll be ready.
Yeah. So the
And there's just something about mixing peaches with it that just
That sounds good. I might.
I made a peach mango daiquiri jam.
Oh no.
You got any of
Yeah,
that?
I make boozy jams. I've got cherry amaretto.
Sounds good.
I did strawberry margarita, strawberry mojito, and peach mango daiquiri. What else did I make?
Oh,
Anyway.
mojito.
Yeah,
Oh,
I like making boozy jams. They're really good.
Sounds good. I might have
And I
to
made
get
a
with you.
Mediterranean fig. That's really good.
I might have to get with you on some of that.
Well, I can bring some.
Our Walmart up here sells a bag of frozen fruit, and I think it's peach, strawberry, mango in frozen together. And take them and run them through a blender and use the peptic enzyme to dissolve things up. And yeah, but mojito. That sounds so good.
It's good because it has a little bit of the mint flavor in it.
Oh yeah.
And along with the fruit and then the rum, it's really good.
What do you got there?
The last of my apple pie.
Oh, that stuff.
chug, chug, chug.
I had a patient bring me some apple pie moonshine one time. It was so good. Tasted just like apple pie.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
All right,
It was really
everybody,
good.
everybody ready for a 75% discount?
Yeah, for real. At the rate that I use my APIS, I'm going to need it.
Well, this is faux moonshine. So when I say
So-
faux moonshine,
Ooh, William, that's
it has. I make large batches around the
That sounds
holidays.
good, William.
So it
he
is
made some in his cupboard by accident. I love it.
brown sugar, white sugar, cinnamon sticks, and you simmer that, right?
Yeah.
For 30 minutes. After which you let it the simmering part. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot you got to put apple cider and apple juice in there. And then you simmer that for 30 minutes and then you let it cool down. After you let it cool down, you add 2 bottles of Everclear, 190 proof Everclear, and a bottle of whipped cream vodka.
Ooh, yummy.
And then you mix it all together. You put it in a jar with some apples and some cinnamon sticks, and cheers.
Cheers.
Actually, that sounds like that might be good with just a teaspoon drizzle or some vanilla ice cream.
Oh, it's awesome. When I make it at the holidays, and literally I'll make a couple cases of pints, and I give it away for Christmas gifts to people. And
Vanilla vodka, yeah.
You can put me on your Christmas list.
And the thing is,
email him.
You have to watch out because you can't get it on your fingernails. It'll eat all the polish off of it.
I don't even get my manicures and pedicures anymore. I go every now and then for a pedicure, but
And it tastes,
Lisa started cutting back on all of that frilly stuff.
it tastes just like apple pie, like the filling.
Uh-oh. Excuse me, my
apple
dog.
That's fine. I drank water when I was a Baptist. I'm Presbyterian now. Hey, Bugman, I pounded my own well in here, and I actually have people from my family that come here just get this water. I hear you there. Hey, Presbyterian, I love it.
I'll put a discount code up if someone will actually use it. If somebody's actually going to buy Apis Biologics, I will put a discount code up. But I'm not going to put a discount code up if nobody's going to order, because then it's just a waste of my time.
Put a thumbs up in the comments if you want to order.
If you're going to order, I'll put a discount code up. It won't be crazy. But
oh my gosh.
Well, a couple more glasses, it might get crazy. But last time I gave away 4 hive tools.
And only remembered 3.
And they were lasered hive tools. They weren't even like regular hive tools. I had to work on them.
Good thing I usually.
Thank goodness you keep good records, Lee.
Oh my God.
It goes such a long way, though. That's the thing. It's not like, the 100 ml bottle of Hive Alive only does 10.5 gallons. The small pack of Biocontrol does 52 gallons. So it's like it lasts a long time. So
unless you mix it like I do, right?
Yep. You're gonna be my favorite customer.
Grammy, you ready to order some more?
Not quite. I think I'll use the right measurement the next time. I think I can probably go in there and make a lot more syrup and add to it. I think I only had to add syrup to one colony, and that's the colony that's acting kind of stupid right now.
He said he'll get a bag out of it.
Let's play a drinking game.
You know what? And speaking of which, the last time Matt was on, he said he wanted to send me that laser, right? And I never responded to the text. And I showed him my screen. It never said, was I serious about getting that laser off of him in mine. And he sent me a screenshot of his phone where it did say he asked me that question, but it didn't show up on my phone in the text message. So he thought I didn't answer the text. I just never got the text. So
beekeeping after dark.
That's right.
William,
boys,
after the live when Bob's stumbling around the yard.
When I'm out there with the IR,
Yeah.
stumbling through the yard
Where
path.
they used to call those movies that what was her name?
Elvira.
Gene Simmons. What was her name? Shannon Tweed that died not long ago. That she used to be in all those B movies.
No, Shannon Tweed is married to Gene Simmons.
Well, married, whatever, living in sin. I don't know. Well, she was. She's dead now.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
Shannon
She died
Tweed?
last year.
No, ma'am.
Yes, she did.
What's the name?
Now I gotta Google it.
Her name?
Shannon Tweed.
Frank
Shannon
was asking,
Tweed.
Frank, Bob, Frank was asking if you were going to give away a pallet of the pollen patties.
Man, that's I don't have $4,000 to buy a pallet of pollen patties.
I honestly think that Frank should have his own show down in Vegas. He's actually, I think he'd make an insanely great comedian. I really do.
According to this, it says Sharon Tweed was born March the 10th, 1957, and is 65 years old. It don't have a death date yet.
Really?
Shannon, yeah. She's still alive. That's what I'm seeing, too.
Well, I thought she died.
It says spouse Gene
No, I
Simmons,
think
married
Elvira
2011.
I think. No, she's still alive.
Yeah, I think she's still alive because I just seen a little news article about a week ago about her coming out of the closet, I guess you'd say.
Really?
What, you get dry pressed?
Dry pressed.
Read between the lines. She come out of the closet.
Well, how about that? It must have been one of those fake deaths.
They got a bunch of them every day. Get a little publicity.
I must have saw one of those fake deaths on the Book of Faces or something and thought that.
So I'm going to take off here in a bit, but what are you guys all doing with your bees this week, upcoming week?
I was going to try to oxalic acid mine today, but I never got that far into my to-do list. I should have started with that because that's the most important thing, but I started with repairing boxes, so that's
well, you got all winter to do that.
So yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do this week. Blast the mites.
Yeah, same here, DC. In fact, I think tomorrow after church, I'm gonna go out there and hit them all.
I think I'm going to try to wean mine off of some of that high dose of Apis tomorrow.
They're going to be all shaking in the yard.
Don't want to go into withdrawal.
Where am I? What am I?
They're going to look like little.
You're going to go with DTs.
They're going to look like little humble bees. They're all going to be on the ground in the corner, laid up with newspaper over them.
Oh man!
I have to go in there and see what they're doing.
Have to send them to rehab.
She don't like Apis. Cocaine.
My bees understand that hunting season is very important.
I'm glad he has very understanding bees.
Unless you got it on video, William, I don't believe you.
Let me see.
Bees are hunting with me. I like that one. Larry Moore. As long as Bob passes out stuff, yeah. Okay.
I might pass out.
How about you, Lee? What are you up to?
I still, if I get a chance, I still got honey. I need to pull off of mine before I vape the rest of them.
Oh, no kidding. I guess that makes sense.
I know they say you can vape with it on now, but I'm not going to do it. I'd rather pull the honey off first. If not, I may just end up leaving some of it on there for the winter.
Okay. I got some woodware, so I'll be building and painting boxes. Yeah, something that's Sharon. If you take a look at some of my woodworking videos or whatever on my channel, that's what we did all winter. Just from literally cutting the tree down to whatever. And winter's the time to do it, man. It's a grand thing. So Yeah.
All right, here you go. For those who patiently waited, if you use this code at discount or at checkout, stream 10 for 10% off on your Apis. Let's see if you guys can man up and buy some Apis tonight.
And then you too can have bees on crack.
Right. Well, Lord knows I'm not getting no super.
Oh, man.
We're like,
what was that? I got a bunch of black walnut. I wish you were closer. Yeah. I'd love to throw that on the Woodmiser, William. That would be. What was that? Something about I had a partial super on it for the first. I'll just write. Oh, okay.
Look at that.
Say, Sharon, by the way, those videos that were out there, a lot of them were shot when it was about 10 or 20 below.
10%, that's it.
What do we have? James
Well,
two more glasses.
He could have ordered during the pre-order where we gave 20%.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you then? Huh? Chug, chug, chug.
Chug, chug free.
I wonder what Donnie's talking about here. He said mine tasted funny last time. Wonder what.
What was Donnie tasting?
Well,
was he tasting the Apis?
I tell you, I tried the activator, and I swear it tasted like licking an envelope. I know most people don't have to do that anymore. They rip the little sticky thing off. But you remember when you used to lick an envelope, how you got that? That's kind of what it tasted to me. So Donnie tried it too.
Oh my god!
I think the glue on the envelope is mostly cornstarch based.
On what?
Some kind, isn't it cornstarch based or something?
It's usually arsenic in a rubber barrier.
Oh, isn't that nice? Wasn't that a poem or something?
Oh,
or a book?
That movie was on tonight. Yeah, arsenic on Old Lace. If you've never
Old
seen
Lace,
it, No, we don't heat the shops. Well, we have got one shop that we do, but no, all the millwork and all the planing and molding. No, we just have the doors wide open, and you just dress for it. So,
well, guys, my phone's going dead, so I'm gonna call it a night.
we have a grand time, Lisa.
You too.
Times when I want to get off of a call too.
Do what? Yeah, phone's dead. See ya, bye.
Right? It's still. She's like,
I'll stay in the chat until I go to bed. Y'all don't want to see me get a shower. That would just scare y'all off.
Oh, man.
Good night.
Good night, Lisa. Have a good one.
Oh, I love it.
I ain't got too long. I'm gonna have to run too.
Yeah. Mike was born before heat. What the hell, William? We got some good people here, man. Just keep it rolling.
I have fun, man.
Yeah. But back to you, Lee. There, are you going to go out and hit him with oxalic, or you're so much warmer. So
yeah, if I get the supers off, the ones that still have supers on, I'm going to hit them with OA. The ones that don't have supers on, I'm already hitting with OA.
Okay. So half my highs, I'm actually going to put like 35 milligrams or, half dose of Epigard in there. And I might even do a quarter of that. And again, I'm just thinking about the thymol in there to clean out the bees' guts for the winter.
Yeah.
Not so much the mites, but.
Yeah, because you have a lot harder winter than we do. So, I mean, they're going to be stuck in there for a while.
Yeah. So I really want to get those in there good. So it's, I'd be silly not to do it. And the queen's shut down anyways. She's already laid all the winter bees, so I'm not worried about her shutting down and missing the birth of the winter bees there. But a new gift, I'm eating aphis sugar syrup. Frank, oh, come on. Arsenic and Old Lace that's a fantastic movie. Good thing for popcorn there.
Mike still got a black and white TV.
No, that's the only way I'm working in my shop, air conditioning in the summer too. Sharon, where is Sharon?
Sharon's in Florida.
I was about to say, I think Florida.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was thinking that she was out with DC. That's really crazy. And Galloway, Frank put out a video on putting, I think he's doing peppermint. I think he did one out there. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
on peppermint.
Yeah, he was doing some syrup feeding. I forget what he put in it, and then he threw peppermints in the bottom of that log hive that he had.
Oh, Sharon's in Savannah, Georgia.
No, it's an Etch-a-Sketch.
Mike watches the radio shows.
If you've ever been locked in a cabin when it's 35 below during the winter, you're damn straight you do.
You know, I love those old radio shows. Sirius FM used to have, or Sirius Radio used to have a channel where they played those old radio, like The Shadow.
Yeah.
Oh.
The one that sticks out in my mind back in the day that they used to talk about was War of the Worlds. They said when that first come out, people didn't know that it was a show coming on, and they thought it was an actual news broadcast. And they had people going crazy. They had so many people killing themselves. They thought it was
there was a man that took in his wife and his kids underneath the bridge and shot him. And that whole thing was set up. I forget who organized it because they were trying to just screw with people. It wasn't just Orson Welles doing it. There was someone else that set that up. But Bob, my dad used to do a great imitation of The Shadow because he grew up with that.
The Shadow knows.
Who knows what evil lurks in the minds of men? The Shadow knows.
I have that as a ringtone for one of my friends, and his nickname is Shadow.
No
and
way.
I always asked him, well, why did they call you Shadow? His real name is Halford, so it's not a stretch to why they nicknamed him something else. But
I thought it was Lamont Cranston.
Well, my buddy, they called him.
Your friend. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he calls him. They called him Shadow because he was born on Groundhog's Day.
Oh, no kidding. That's clever. I like
and because the groundhog sees his shadow, right?
Yeah.
So.
Well,
is it?
I thought your dad came of the Mayflower. Actually, no, his side of the family did, as a matter of fact. So the joke's on you, William. The rest of my family is from As, Norway. So, and they were actually here before the, Columbus was in Minnesota. That's kind of a freak show.
See, all that whining to get a discount and not an order has come in. See?
Blame Frank. It's Frank's problem.
I'm blaming Matt because Matt's the instigator on this thing.
They're just waiting for a few more glasses. That way the discount goes up.
No. I can't afford to give away anything else. It's costing me too much money. If you think of everything we've given away this year, I haven't kept a running total of how much I've spent. But think about it. $200 on a solar wax melter. How many hive tools? And
I done lost count.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Wait a second. Wasn't the license wax melter? Didn't they send that to you to give away?
No.
No.
I bought it. $200.
You did?
The only thing that was given basically for us to give away was some of the stuff that Blythewood was doing. Other than that, me and Bob's paid for everything that we've given.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys are very generous. That's wonderful. Thank you very much for that.
Our subscriber count doesn't show it.
Yeah.
It is all in fun.
Make a list for the tax man. Yeah, Donnie's right. Yeah, so the next couple of videos I do, I'm going to have to mention on there, hey, come and join the Lee Bob Bee Club or show. No, what do you guys?
No Life Beekeeper.
No Life. Yeah.
We don't really have it. We just call it Tuesday Night Live. We haven't never named the stream.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Look what the cat drug in.
Nah, Sharon, we hadn't streamed on the other stuff.
That'll be neat.
Hey,
what
you got there? That nail polish remover?
That's what I had in that jar over there.
No, why are you holding that up?
He shops at Walmart. That's a Walmart product.
Why
was
are you
talking
holding that up, Frank?
Oh, just thinking all the stuff you guys are drinking. What's next, right?
Oh, you gotta be kidding
Hey,
me.
if you haven't had Everclear before, the real stuff, the 190 proof, it tastes like, it smells definitely like that, but it doesn't taste far from it either, I'd imagine. Not that
Yeah,
I've ever had it.
Yeah.
I admit I bought my first alcohol this year because of the Everclear. I was looking for the cleanest, purest, strongest alcohol you can get. I went to the liquor store. I says, I want the strongest stuff you got. He says, that stuff over there. I says, okay, I'll take it. So I wanted to use that with the propolis to try and mix it. And so I could try that on the frames and see if that helps anything. But I didn't want to isopropyl because I didn't want to kill them. So
No. That's what you use. Actually, a friend of mine makes a tincture in that. And then just 40 miles south of me, that's where Dr. Marla Spivak was doing it. She'd make a tincture of it, and then she'd coat the inside. Thank you, Lee.
Tinctures?
Oh,
I make them.
yeah.
I ain't done the yet.
And then COVID was around, and everybody's doing alcohol in their hands. And I'm like, I want the real stuff. I don't want to have all this toxins and stuff. So.
Yeah. So I'm going to take off here, but I want to bring
You're
one
gonna leave
thing
us,
up.
Frank, alone?
I'm not certain exactly how that works with a restraining order, but no. Bob Binney was talking about last night that his Florida guy was mixing propolis in with his pollen sub.
I thought that'd be a kicker.
I'd heard that one.
Yeah, and this is the guy that Bob goes to for stuff and whatnot, and it's kind of interesting. But yeah, Matt, you're staying up too late too. What the hell? What time is it?
10 o'clock my time.
Yeah, 11 my time.
Yeah, okay, that's where we're at.
The trick-or-treaters be knocking on the door if you wait too long.
If
I hadn't sold any yet. I just make different things for myself. That's some clove tincture. I have
There you go.
I don't know if I'm getting an abscess tooth or whatever. So you take that and rub on the cloves and kind of help.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
I tried some with the orange peels. That stuff smells awesome.
Really?
What, tincture?
Yeah, you soak it in there, shake it every couple days, and holy cow! I tried some other flowers. I threw them in there, but I think I kept too much of the green stuff. It kind of like smells nasty.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to say that, and you got to look at which ones you're mixing together because some things that counteract another.
Okay.
So you
now, have you guys
want to try
ever
to get you a good herbal book.
You guys ever done that with rosemary?
That's what I was wondering. What up?
Well, I did, but she didn't like it too much.
That's Frank's line. Yes, it does. Okay, so I've got a bunch of rosemary plants on my back deck here, and it's that time of year where I got to bring them in or whatnot, and I've never had good luck keeping rosemary plants in the fall, but man, the house smells good.
Yeah, I've been watching these guys do the marijuana distillation with their vacuum and extracting the oil, and I'm like, wow. Why can't we do that with flowers? This is a new addiction. Let's like,
I'd be really interested in seeing that.
Rosemary tincture is good for like stress relief. It says.
I'd believe that because when you walk in the house here and all those rosemary plants are covering everything up. Oh, wonderful, Lee! Thank you.
I have a couple of herbal books I go through.
Yeah, so you come in the house and in the cabin here. And it just smells so good with that rosemary thing sitting.
Hey, Lee, how many of your swarm lures do you have made up?
I had 3 or 4 of them around here. I don't know where they're at right now. I've been kind of rearranging the office today.
You need to make some up, and I'll buy them and put them on the website.
10 full. I can handle that.
And we'll put that market on there so Galloway has some fodder to put on his his video.
Something to try out, huh?
He'll spray it and be like, "There's no bees yet. It's been 30 seconds."
Yeah, that would be Frank. Yeah,
he'll put a bee in a box and then spray it and be like, "Is this bee gonna go to it?"
I have a confession. Bohemian Bees, when I was out there visiting their live barbecue, he gave us a small vial. He says 1 or 2 drops, no more. And he says, you put that in there and you're going to see bees in there. That's his new.
Well, he uses his queen.
Yes.
Dead queen.
He says, do not eat it. Don't give it to Bob. Don't let him eat it.
Okay, guys.
Lee is the daredevil.
I'll talk to you guys on Tuesday.
All right, Michael. Thank you.
Mike.
Have a good one, Mike.
Good luck with that sawmill.
We did get it fixed. That was, yeah. Okay, well, you guys take care. Bye-bye.
Good night, Mike. So, oh, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't suggest trying to taste the Swarm Commander.
Oh, you know the ingredients.
No, I don't.
But it very clearly says on the bottle, not for human consumption.
Well, that didn't stop you last time.
Well,
And that was before I started drinking mead.
He didn't read the directions. You can use a sock slit extractor to remove the oils and dried flowers and peppers.
Yeah, Larimore, we ain't seen Phil in a while.
No, you know what? I think he's mad at us because we were talking. He came on right when we started talking about Apis, and the stream became kind of like an infomercial for the first bit there, and then he left the stream, and we haven't seen him back since. So I don't know if he's just mad at us or if he'll recover. But usually this would be his night, right? Saturday night he would be on.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't blame him. He's probably I'd be sleeping right now.
Hey, Sharon, did you see my email in the comments there for you?
Mike, how did it fix? How did you fix it? And maybe, yeah, I think so. I mean, I haven't seen him since. So I think he was on the Hillbilly Hives Lives a couple weeks ago, but I haven't seen him since. Who knows? He might be on vacation or something. Who knows? I don't know. I did send him an email that he never responded to, so he might just be like,
that's not vacation, that's holiday.
Yeah, it is true. I might have pissed him off, but I understand that people come here to not hear about products. I understand that. But at the same time, people got to understand that most people don't do this for their health. You know what I mean? They're not just dedicating hours and hours of their time on YouTube for nothing.
I am.
But for the most part, everybody's goal is to get to the point to where they can get monetized and hopefully grow their channel. It's not about fame, but at some point you're hoping to get some kind of monetary influx. But unfortunately, YouTube makes it so even when you get to that point, you're not making anything. Like this month, prime example, it took me 2 months to get a payout this time, this last time. This month it says that and we're at the end of the month, right? $66. I got to get 100 before it'll pay out. So that's 2 months. So it's like all the videos, all the live streams, all the hours we're on here doesn't generate anything. So, that's why most YouTubers have a merch line or have, with me right now, it's Apis, and stuff like that. So let's try to generate a little bit of extra income.
My goal is to get on #1 on the most videos of the month this time. Last month we only had 8 video. Yeah, on the guy that does the castle report.
Right.
Castle grounds.
Yeah, there are eight videos like the top of the month, and I said I can do better than 8 in a month. Gee, I could get the top.
Wait a minute, it's all good. My grandma says it takes a sorry frog to praise his own pond. So keep croaking, brother. Sorry, baby. Well, I'm not. I mean, it's the fact of the matter that it's just.
DC said he don't mind.
I don't really care for more people in person. Well, I have a good time doing this and hanging out. It's not always about the money, but if you've got a business, and right now my business, I've sunk a lot of money into Apis Biologics, so I'm going to talk about it, and people can watch it or they can not watch it. I don't wish that people would leave. That's not the thing, but at the same time, some people will leave and some people will stay. It's just the nature of the beast. And when you've been doing YouTube as long as I have, it's just kind of like you accept it.
Like Bob.
I'm not crying about it. It doesn't bother me at all. It was a question that was asked, so I'm just trying to answer it.
Hey, will DC change his mind if all these YouTubers start showing up as the beehives?
Well, the funny thing is people act like it's just me talking about it, but you can go to any stream. I mean, Stream Team, they talk about Hive Alive constantly, right? Because why? They're getting money from it. They talk about They talk about Greg Burns gets money from selling queens, selling buckets. Brian gets money from selling his hives, right? They get money from selling their products. So, everybody acts like it's, just me talking about it, but I at least keep it real and say, hey, that's the point, that's kind of the point of it. I mean, everybody, if it wasn't, why does everybody care about getting to 1,000 subs or getting to the point they can have a community or whatever? But,
yeah, I was looking on YouTube and they said that I could actually buy more views. If I want 1,000 more views, 6 cents a view, that's $6,000. I was like, what are you, crazy?
Dang.
Did they really say that?
Yeah, it's 6 cents a view, and you can pick where you want them to pop up. But every time somebody clicks on your video and sees your
like
ad,
an ad, right?
Yeah.
Well, YouTube, whatever you want as to be seen.
It's like a paid promotion, basically.
Yep.
6,000 or when for 1,000 you said it's 6 cents.
6 cents for 1,000. No, it's 6 cents each. 1,000 would be $6,000.
No.
Or no, I'm sorry.
It'd be $6.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I figured out another number. I looked at one of my YouTubes and I figured out how many it would cost to get that. I was like, what? Are you crazy?
Yeah, so I mean, I don't do that. I don't pay for advertising on anything. So
I've done it on 1 or 2 videos just to see how it would do. And I mean, it did get more views, but it didn't really get more subs. So I said, why even try it anymore? I just wanted to see what it would do. Try it out.
That's what I was curious of. But when I got into this beekeeping, I did one video on it and I got so many hits. I was like, there's something else. And then I saw Bob, the way he was doing it. I was like, there's something else to this, the way this thing works and the fascination. Yeah, you got up there just from when you were doing your Bitcoin, and all of a sudden, things are different now.
Well, it's a niche. It's a niche market. So with Bitcoin, most of my subs came from Bitcoin. It did. And when I switched, some of those left, right? And then I started gaining Beekeeper. So it was like an offset. So it wasn't a zero growth time. And now I'm starting to grow more Beekeepers, and I guess the other people just don't watch it or whatever. And, it's fine. But it's just like,
My daughter was showing me last night. She says, if you go on to the YouTube thing, you can actually see what words come up the most. She says, look, beekeeping is this big. And you put Biden in there, it's this big. You put Netflix, it's this big. I'm like, so I've got the wrong keyword. If I just say Netflix, I'll get more views.
Right. I mean, there's a method behind it. I learned a lot from Brian about how to keyword and tag people and stuff like that from Castle Hives. But
and in my air conditioning business, there's always people trying to tell me that they have worked out the science, pay them a couple bucks and they'll get me hits. And I'm like, it's so fascinating that there's people that their whole lives are spent on trying to find the niche. And
there's people that make channels that they don't even make the content. They just download other people's content, like football games or their team or whatever, and then they upload that, and then they get views and subs and stuff. So, I mean, for me, it's not a big deal. Matter of fact, I lost a subscriber during this stream. I had 2055. Now I got 2054.
Yeah, I got 5 subscribers more than I had a couple days ago. and I have one less than I had before. So I don't get that.
And then, YouTube will show you one number, then it'll go down, and then it'll go up. So it's just.
It's like if I do gain a sub or two, I can see it go up during the stream, and then later that night it drops down those two, and then the next day it'll be right back up.
But for the most part, we try to have a good time on the channel and just hang out and chill out. It's, obviously get that shit face. No, I'm not. I'm actually done. I've been, well, there's a sip in there. Hold on.
So that jug from the other day is gone too?
No, it's there. I'm just not drinking anymore. Well, guys, I had bariatric surgery. I used to weigh 400 pounds. And, I had weight loss surgery, so I've just got like a tube stomach. So when I drink alcohol, it like goes straight to my blood just about, and I get pummeled quick. And
my grandma had that because of some kind of medical issue, and she drove everybody crazy. She's always eating snacks all day long. It's like, you have to understand, I have no stomach. I have no stomach. I have to eat. It's like,
well, I mean, yeah, they say you're supposed to drink protein or whatever. I don't. I drink these monsters, not for the energy, but for the vitamin B12 that's in them. And
yeah, you got to make sure you stay your weight.
Yeah, and I actually was losing so much weight. I was down to about 200 pounds, and I look bad. So I put on a little bit more weight.
Yeah, the way the odds, is it better to be fat or, to have to live this whole nother lifestyle?
Well, with the fat part, my family has a history of heart disease, and I've got 50% blockage in one of my arteries right now. So it's like I'm a walking time bomb right now. So one day you'd be like, "Where's Bob on the stream?" Well, he didn't quit YouTube; he just died.
So what's your opinion on the cholesterol and all that stuff? They say take the pill, take the diet. I've had people tell me forget the diet. That don't work. Take the pill. Other people say the pill is a bunch of baloney.
Well, you see, I've got a whole thing of meds that I've got to take every day, which I'm not good at taking, but I've got a bunch that I'm supposed to take.
And that's for the cholesterol, right?
Mm-hmm. Cholesterol.
Does it work?
I'm not dead yet, so I guess it works. I mean, who knows?
Some people tell you it's like a joke that stuff don't work.
Well, I think a lot of it, has to do with your diet and stuff too. But I'm not.
I'd heard the garlic helps on your cholesterol also. The more garlic you eat.
I don't eat as much. Like I only really eat dinner. If I take a lunch, it might be a sandwich or an apple or something, like just basically a snack to make it till dinner time, and then I eat dinner, and then that's pretty much it. But
speaking of
because you see all the time on the YouTubes and stuff, they're telling you, oh, you got to eat meat. Forget that grain stuff will kill you, man. They're trying to tell you they're just making money off you. Eat that meat. Like what's that guy? Oh, the Beekeeper. Oh, what's his Beekeeper out in Florida? Oh man, Ted's Talks or something like that. Ted. Oh,
what, he's just about eating
meat. Yeah.
Well, if you own a bank, I don't know if you've been to the grocery store lately, but meat is kind of expensive.
Yeah, it's political. They don't want you to
save the world. Used to be about that thick when you went to the grocery store. Now you go to the grocery store and they're like that thick, but they're the same price.
Normally, what I do now, if you buy the whole, basically the roast or whatever, I cut it myself, and you get it a lot cheaper that way too.
Yeah, they're trying to say that hurts the whole world because you have to feed them the grain, the tractors, and then they plow the grain into the ground and they trample the vegetation, and then you harvest it's just so hard on the world. So they don't want you to eat meat now.
I like Steve-O's World.
That's it, Steve-O.
Yeah. I watch some of his.
I like Steve-O's World. I watch him sometimes, but
y'all are being brainwashed. You just don't understand. You got to.
Well, but speaking of dinner and eating, I'm about to have to go get some. I'm starting to get that wheat.
We've been on here quite a while, 3.5 hours. So it's 3 hours because
my wife will love you. She doesn't like me staying up late.
My wife, well, she'll love me for getting off here, and then she'll be like, "How much did you drink? Did you drink too much?"
Did your wife go back and watch that one that
I just heard her there? Shut up.
What the cricket?
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and jump out of here.
Good night, y'all.
I'm going to let
Yeah,
y'all
good
have the
night, guys.
rest.
We'll see you on Tuesday.
Yep.
Hey, y'all have a good night.
All right, later. Good night.